Good evening, everybody. I, Miss Nancy Joseph, the chairperson of Banking Conclave, heartily welcomes everyone to the second part of the session of Banking Conclave 2020. It's an honor to welcome the most esteemed personalities who have won accolades in their respective field. I would like to start with Ganesh Vandana. Darren, please start.
गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनी श्रीरामहृत्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
I call upon Ms. Sushmita to introduce the first speaker for the day.
Shushmita?
Hello.
Yes, you can continue.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can see.
Hello. May I start?
Yes, Shushmita, you're audible. Please start.
Okay. Sorry for the delay. Uh, Good evening, one and all. Here we have and here we are welcoming our beloved Sanchit Jain sir, and hope you all are safe and
I'm so sorry. I'll be continuing from here on. Everyone, we are welcoming CA Sanchit Jain, and he's going to be telling us about the different. He's going to telling us about the topic today, and we hope to be enlightened by his words. Sanchit sir is a product specialist. He's an analyst, transaction advisory, M&A. He passed a CFA level from CFA Institute US. He's chartered accountant from the ICAI, and he's done the Bachelor of Commerce. His some major achievements are he is a debutant award of the ICICI Prudential AMC 2018, and he has the best paper presentator on financial analysis using Excel in 2015. So he has a lot of feathers on his cap, and sir, we hope you will enlighten us with your words.
Thank you, Amos. Thanks a lot for the wonderful introduction and welcoming me on board. If you could just allow me the screen sharing, I'll also be able to share the presentation. The host.
Yes, sir, you can share it now.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And I'm really, really glad to be a part of this conclave and to get this opportunity to share a few experiences and few insights of the investment side, which I've learned over my experiences in the industry. And it's quite an honor to be here. Thank you. So before we begin with today's topic, the topic today here is the investing mindset. So I'll just brief you about the topic a little. So the session would be a mix of English and Hindi. We'll use a bit of both. All right. Okay. So what is investing mindset all about? So what do you really mean by that? What do you say that, okay, let's say this is what the mindset should be like. So the idea here is that what should be in your head or what should be the perception before you begin that investment? What should be the idea that you should go with that, okay, this is what I want to achieve from my investments. This is what I want my investments to be doing for me. So that is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the approach towards investing. कैसे वो पूरी चीज को देखना है उसके ऊपर हम बात करेंगे. So that's the way. Let's start with the fundamentals. Let's start with where does money come from? Since the entire discussion is going to be all about money. So let's start with where does money come from? So money typically comes from these 5 sources. So salary, business income, rental income, investments, other incomes. So something very interesting which I've done as a form of analysis for this is, and just before we proceed, one small idea is that these are the 5 heads of income, which are also as per income tax. So broadly, this is how even income tax defines this. So yeah. So this is salary and business income, both of which fall under the category of active income. What is active income? Active income means only till the time you are working, you get paid for that. जब तक आप काम कर रहे हैं तब तक पैसा आएगा, जिस दिन काम करना बंद उस दिन पैसा भी बंद. So that is active income. सैलरी से ऐसा होता है, बिजनेस इनकम से ऐसा होता है. जब तक आप कहीं पे जॉब करें तब तक आपको सैलरी मिल रहा है, जिस दिन जॉब बंद उस दिन आपका सैलरी आना बंद. सेम वे अगर धंधा है, खुद का धंधा है, बिजनेस है, जब तक आप सर्विस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, जब तक आप गुड सेल कर रहे हैं, तब तक आपको इनकम आएगा, वरना बंद. Let's explore the other two. What is rental and what is investment income? So rental income and investment income are passive sources of income. अगर you are focusing on, let's say, talking about a scenario जहाँ पे आप बोलते हैं मुझे काम नहीं करना पड़े और पैसा आए, so this is exactly that space कि जहाँ पर आपको regularly काम नहीं करना पड़ता है लेकिन पैसा मिल सकता है. So that is rental income and investment income. What is rental income here? Rental income मतलब you have some maybe real estate property or you have some other goods. So example कुछ मशीनरी हो सकता है आपके पास कुछ एक्टिवा हो सकता है. अभी करंट स्टेट के अंदर you can have small movable items also which you can then give out on rent, and हर महीने you collect some amount on that. That is how the rental income works. And on the investment income side, कि आप कहीं पर कुछ पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, उससे आपको रेगुलर बेसिस पे कुछ इनकम आते जा रहा है without really depreciating the asset as a whole. यानी कि जहां आपने पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया या जहां पे आपने पैसा रखा है उस पैसे की वैल्यू बहुत कम नहीं हो रही है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको पैसा मिल रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट द इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम वाला आइडिया इज ऑल अबाउट. सो रेंटल इनकम प्लस इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम, ये दोनों पैसिव सोर्सेज ऑफ इनकम है. अगर मैं बात करूं यहाँ से हम लोग का जो एक रहता है एम्बिशन कि हम लोग को अमीर होना है, रिच बनना है, So this is the source जहाँ से वो rich वाला scene आ सकता है, जिससे आप ऐसा कह सकते हो कि हाँ बिना काम किए आज की डेट में I can make money out of it. So that is there. नेक्स्ट अगर थोड़ा और एनालिसिस इसी पे करते हैं तो सैलरी और रेंट, ये दो जो चीजें हैं ये दोनों फिक्स सोर्सेज ऑफ इनकम है। फिक्स सोर्सेज का मतलब ये है कि जहां पर आप कैश फ्लो की बात करते हैं कितना पैसा एक्चुअल में आएगा, तो सैलरी में भी आपको महीने महीने कितना पैसा आएगा मोटा मोटी फिक्स रहता है। सेम वे रेंट के अंदर द अमाउंट दैट यू गेट इज ऑल्सो फिक्स। सो मे बी 2-3 ईयर्स में एक बार ही हैव अ रिविजन की ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है, थोड़ा सा ऊपर ही जाना चाहिए, नीचे तो नहीं जाना चाहिए, बट say 2-3 years में आपका रिवीजन होता है कि चलो let's say you were maybe getting 1 लाख रुपए का रेंट, now you're getting 1,10,000, 1,15,000, उस तरह का रिवीजन होता है। बट more or less if we say it is a fixed source of investment or fixed source of returns which come in from salary and rental income। वहीं अगर हम दूसरे दो की बात करते हैं तो बिजनेस में और इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम में ये दोनों वेरिएबल है। वेरिएबल का मतलब क्या, मतलब इसमें कोई भरोसा नहीं एग्जैक्टली कितना आएगा। धंधा अच्छा हुआ या मार्केट अच्छा है तो अच्छा इनकम आ सकता है, धंधा अच्छा नहीं हुआ मार्केट अच्छा नहीं है तो हो सकता है इतना अच्छा इनकम ना भी आए। सो उस तरह से बिजनेस और इन्वेस्टमेंट है। इस पे इतना टाइम क्यों स्पेंड कर रहे हैं हम लोग, इस पे इसलिए टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हैं कि किस तरह का आपका पूरा इनकम का सिनेरियो है। अगर आपको वो समझ में आता है तो वो आपको हेल्प करेगा आगे जाके ये समझने में कि किस तरह से आप अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करें। यदि आपका फिक्स इनकम आ रहा है, यदि आपका इनकम रिलायबल है, आपको लगता है सैलरी से इनकम आ रहा है या मे भी बिजनेस से कुछ फिक्स आता है आपको, तो वहां पर आप ऐसा समझ सकते हो कि अच्छा इतना तो मेरे को आएगा ही आएगा, तो इसमें से इतना पोर्शन आई कैन प्रोबेबली लुक एट इन्वेस्टिंग। या फिर आप ऐसा बात कर सकते हो कि चलो लेट्स से अगर मेरा सैलरी से इतना आ रहा है तो मैं इसके बेसिस पे अपना घर चला सकता हूँ इतने टाइम के लिए, तो ये जो रिमेनिंग पोर्शन है उसका मुझे अरेंजमेंट करना है। दैट इज हाउ वी कैन लुक एट दीज थिंग्स। सो ये हो गई बात पैसा आने की कि कहाँ से पैसा आता है। अब बात करते हैं पैसा जाने की कि पैसा जाता कहाँ पे। तो पैसा जाता है दो जगहों पे। एक होता है कि जो हमारी जरूरतें हैं, द नीड्स, क्या रोटी कपड़ा मकान, फूड वाटर शेल्टर, सो इस तरह की चीजें, फूड वाटर शेल्टर क्लोथिंग, ठीक है। तो ये सारी चीजें जो है ये है हमारी नीड्स कि ये चाहिए ही चाहिए, इसके बिना नहीं होगा। सामने की साइड पे क्या आता है हमारे पास, वांट्स। वांट्स क्या है, इसके अलावा जो भी सब कुछ है वो वांट्स की साइड पे जाएगा। अब आपने बोला मेरे को कपड़े चाहिए, ठीक है, दैट इज अ नीड, लेकिन आप बोलते नहीं मुझे XYZ ब्रांड के ही कपड़े चाहिए, दैट इज अ वांट, वो एक लग्जरी है। फिर आपको बेसिक नेसेसिटी क्या है, बेसिक नेसेसिटी इज कपड़े, द ब्रांडेड क्लोथ्स इज अ लग्जरी। आप बोलते हैं मुझे एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ट्रांजिट करना है, डेफिनेटली दैट कुड बी अ नीड। बट आप मुझे कहते हो अगर कि नहीं संचित, इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट ट्रांजिट आई वांट टू बाय अ BMW और मे बी एन ऑडी, सो अगर आप उस तरफ देख रहे हो तो दैट इज अ लग्जरी अगेन। सो पहला ये डिफरेंस करना बहुत जरूरी है कि आपके जो भी खर्चे हो रहे हैं वो नीड साइड पे हो रहे हैं या लग्जरी साइड पे हो रहे हैं। यदि वो नेसेसिटीज हैं तो ऑब्वियसली देयर इज नो वे आउट, आपको उतना करना ही करना है। बट अगर वो लग्जरी साइड पे हो रहे हैं सो मे बी अगर जरूरत है तो वहां पे थोड़ा खर्चा टोन डाउन कर हम कुछ सेव कर सकते हैं, वहां पे हम कुछ बचा सकते हैं। सो दैट इज द सेकेंड पार्ट। सो इनकम माइनस एक्सपेंसेस, इनकम का बात कर लिया, एक्सपेंसेस का बात कर लिया, इन दोनों का डिफरेंस, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस कॉल्ड? सो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू इज यूजुअली कॉल्ड सेविंग्स, कि पैसा आया पैसा गया जो बचा वो सेविंग्स। सो दैट इज हाउ सेविंग्स इज टिपिकली डिफाइंड। बट what Warren Buffett, who's a legendary investor, I think a lot of us from this session would be knowing him as well, या at least नाम सुना होगा। So Warren Buffett ऐसा कहते हैं, do not save what is left after spending, instead spend what is left after saving। म्हणजे मतलब ये कि जितना आपके पास पैसा आ रहा है आप उसमें से ऐसा नहीं कीजिए कि आप पहले प्रायोरिटी दे देते हैं, ठीक है इतना का आया उसमें से ये खर्चा हो गया, अब जो बच रहा है वो सेविंग। नहीं, द करेक्ट वे इज इतना पैसा आया इतना मुझे बचाना है और ये मेरा खर्चे के लिए पैसा अवेलेबल है। सो आपका एक सेविंग का टारगेट होना चाहिए। क्यों होना चाहिए? क्योंकि अगर हम ऐसा नहीं करते हैं तो हमारा सेविंग एक प्रायोरिटी नहीं बनता है। सेविंग क्या बन जाता है? रेजिडुअल बन जाता है, मतलब जो भी बचा कुचा हो, और जब तक वो बचा कुचा में रहेगा तब तक अच्छा सेविंग हम नहीं कर पाएंगे। तब तक हम लोग ऐसे नहीं देख पाएंगे कि कितना हमारा पैसा बच रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, किस तरह से। So that is another area where we need to be really sure of what is happening. Okay. Before we proceed ahead, Nancy, do we have participants also on the Zoom call, or are the participants only on the YouTube video?
So you have the participants in the Zoom call and as well as on YouTube.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what we'll do is we can make this session more interactive, at least for those who are on Zoom call. You can just reply in the chats, okay? And we will continue having a more interactive session so that you also enjoy it more and you get more out of the entire session. Okay, so we just discussed this thing. Now, all I want you to do is just type what should be a priority. Should expense be a priority or should saving? Whatever is your answer, just type it in the chat box, saving or expense. So what should be your priority? Savings, savings, savings. Okay. Somebody has it in priority. Okay. Interesting. Savings. Perfect. So ये हमारा फर्स्ट पार्ट है पूरे डिस्कशन का कि क्या प्रायोरिटी होना चाहिए. तो पहला प्रायोरिटी हमने बोला पहले फर्स्ट सेविंग कीजिए, उसके बाद आप देखिए क्या खर्चा है. तो किस तरह से हमारा अकाउंट बन रहा है. पहला चीज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इतना इनकम आया, उसमें से इतना खर्चे के लिए नहीं रखना है, इतना सेविंग के लिए रखना है, और उसके बाद जो बचता है उसमें अपना खर्चे को मैनेज करना है. एंड जो बचता है वाला पार्ट है, दैट इज वेयर बजटिंग वाला पार्ट कम्स इन, व्हिच यू वुड हैव लर्नड इन योर कॉलेजेस एज वेल. सो दैट इज वेयर द बजटिंग पार्ट कम्स इन. थोड़ा आगे जाते हैं. अब बात हो रही है सेविंग्स की. तो सेविंग कहाँ करना है, वेयर डू यू कीप दिस मनी. सो हमने सेव कर लिया, ठीक है. कैसे सेव कर रहे हैं कि ठीक है थोड़ा पैसा उठाया साइड में रख दिया, ऐसा करना है सेविंग. व्हाट डू यू डू दैट. सो उसके लिए एक क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. ये है anybody any idea who's this, heard of this character, seen this character anywhere. Okay, perfect. I'm getting the screen name as well as the real name. Okay. So this is still of a famous TV series character from a TV series called Friends, Joey Tribbiani. So Joey का एक question है which he wants your help to answer. Let's see what that question is. Okay. So Joey ने क्या किया? He kept 10,000 rupees in a box. ठीक है, इससे बचा है उसने 10,000 rupees. He was very inspired कि हाँ पैसा बचाना चाहिए. 10,000 rupees लिया, एक बॉक्स में रखा और 25 years के लिए बॉक्स को बंद करके रखा. Coincidentally, I think 25 years ही हुआ है फ्रेंड्स को भी. So assuming तब से अब तक उन्होंने बॉक्स बंद करके रखा. So and now today he opens the box. आपको बताना है आज की डेट में उनके पास कितना पैसा होगा. He kept 10,000 rupees in the box then. ठीक है, आज की डेट में उनके पास कितना पैसा होगा. Again on your chat boxes please. Okay, I've got only one answer so far and that is 10,000. बस तो 10,000 तो रखा था, फिर क्या फायदा हुआ. 10,000 that's it. फिर फायदा क्या हो रहा है, फिर क्या फायदा हुआ बचाने का. जितना बात किया प्रायोरिटाइज करो, सेविंग करो, ये करो वो करो, क्या फायदा हुआ फिर अगर 10,000 का 10,000 ही आप दे रहे हो तो. Okay, so you're getting more responses coming in, but I think everybody seems to agree with 10,000 only. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So let's say 10,000 ही उनके पास है, तो क्या ये अच्छा है. Infinity, the value of money increases. Value of money पे आते हैं. हाँ, तो क्या ये अच्छा है. इसके हिसाब से अगर आप बोलते हो चलो 10,000 रखा, 10,000 से 10,000 ही रहा, तो क्या सही में फिर सेविंग को प्रायोरिटाइज करके कुछ मजा आया क्या. अगर मान लेते हैं उस दिन जोई ने ये नहीं करके पिज्जा खाया होता, नूडल्स खाए होते या कुछ किया होता, वुड दैट हैव बीन बेटर, या ये 10,000 रुपए आज तक बचा के रखा वो ज्यादा अच्छा रहा. व्हाट डू यू थिंक. Would consumption be better or would saving be better. Consumption मतलब जो पिज्जा या मे बी नूडल्स या फ्राइज. सेविंग इज बेटर. फिर भी 10,000 का 10,000 ही रहा तब भी. मिक्स रिस्पॉन्सेस, कंजम्पशन, सेविंग, कंजम्पशन. ओके चलो ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं. ये जो यहाँ पर हमारा थोड़ा सा डिबेट जैसा हो गया है, थोड़ा सा उसको थोड़ा सा एड्रेस करने का ट्राई करते हैं. ठीक है, ये हमने थोड़े एग्जांपल्स लिए हुए हैं. ठीक है, एक वेबसाइट से मैंने थोड़े से सैंपल्स लिए थे. विल टॉक अबाउट इट वन बाय वन. सो ये जो पहला वाला एग्जांपल है ये है गैलेक्सी सिनेमास मूवी हॉल. मूवी देखने जाते हैं हम लोग. यस, कंजम्पशन मीन्स एक्सपेंस. परफेक्ट. सो मूवी देखने जाते हैं हम लोग. सो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि आज से कुछ सालों पहले अगर हम वो मूवी देखने जाते तो वहां पर वो जो टिकट था वो 3 रुपए का था. आज की रेट में दैट टिकट इज 700 रुपीज. सो 233 टाइम्स टिकट का वैल्यू बढ़ गया है. ये टिकट का कॉस्ट बढ़ गया था. लेट मी नॉट कॉल इट वैल्यू. ठीक है. दूसरा कोक. सो कोक आज से कुछ सालों पहले 5 पैसा का एक बॉटल आता था. वहां से वो बढ़कर 37 रुपीज का हो गया है. आज की डेट में थोड़ा ऊपर और भी हो सकता है. आई थिंक 42 के अराउंड पर है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन वेयर यू बाय इट फ्रॉम. सो 5 पैसा टू 37, 740 टाइम्स उसका कॉस्ट बढ़ गया है. व्हाट नेक्स्ट? सो अमूल बटर जिसको हम बोलते हैं, अमूल बटर हमारा 6.5 रुपीज का था 35 ईयर्स अगो. टुडे इट इज 182 रुपीज. थोड़ा डेटेड डेटा है बट जस्ट फॉर द रेफरेंस पर्पस. दैट इज 28 टाइम्स इन्फ्लेशन. और अखबार में बेचारा कम ही इन्फ्लेशन हुआ, कोई पढ़ता नहीं है वैसे भी, तो इसलिए 9 टाइम्स ही इन्फ्लेशन है वहां पर. ठीक है. वैसे भी दैट इज नॉट रियली रिलेवेंट फॉर जोई ऑल्सो. सो अब क्या हो रहा है? अब ये हो रहा है आपने 10,000 रुपए रखे, 10,000 ही मिले. लेकिन अगर वो 10,000 रुपए में लेट्स से अगर उसको ये कोक का बॉटल्स खरीदना था और आज वो कोक का बॉटल्स खरीदने जाएगा तो 5 पैसा की जगह 37 रुपीज होगा. विल ही बी एबल टू परचेज द सेम अमाउंट ऑफ बॉटल्स जितना वो तब खरीद सकता था उतने आज खरीद सकता है क्या? विल ही बी एबल टू परचेज द सेम अमाउंट ऑफ बॉटल्स? यस और नो? नो नो नो. कितना खरीद पाएगा? क्या थोड़ा सा कम, बहुत कम? मतलब उसके सामने तो कुछ भी नहीं खरीद पाएगा जितना पहले खरीदा था, ऐसा कुछ? बहुत कम. ओके ओके. सो व्हाट विल हैपन हियर इज परफेक्ट, बहुत कम, मिनिमम, वेरी लेस. सो व्हाट विल हैपन हियर इज आपको लग रहा है कि हाँ पैसे हैं, आपके पैसे यूं क्यों बच गए, विच इज वेरी गुड. बट वो क्या रहा है, जो आपके पैसे बच रहे हैं ना उसका भी वैल्यू कम होते जा रहा है. मतलब पैसे डब्बे में डाल के रखने का तो सोल्यूशन है नहीं सही. सो क्यों वो नहीं है? जिसको हम महंगाई डायन बोलते हैं. हमारे बॉलीवुड ने भी काफी गाने बनाए हैं उसके ऊपर. सो वी कॉल इट द इन्फ्लेशन मॉन्स्टर. इंक्रीजिंग कॉस्ट्स, फॉलिंग वैल्यू. सो कॉस्ट बढ़ती जाती है, इसलिए जो आपने पैसे रखे हैं उसकी वैल्यू कम होती जाती है. सो दैट इज हाउ दिस थिंग वर्क्स. ओके, अब आगे जाते हैं जी. अब बात करते हैं फिर इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करना है. आपने बोला ठीक है चलो इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, सेविंग से कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, तो बात करते हैं इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करना है. सो अगर आपके पास पैसे हैं एक्स्ट्रा, आप कहाँ रखते हो पैसों को? वेयर डू यू पुट योर मनी? वेयर डू यू पुट योर मनी? कहाँ पर? फिक्स डिपॉजिट. ओके. एक्स्ट्रा पैसे हैं थोड़े टाइम के लिए, आपको पता नहीं कब चाहिए बट हैं, थोड़े पैसे हैं अभी हाथ में. सो वेयर डू यू डू दैट? बैंक. ओके. बैंक. सेविंग्स अकाउंट. चलो ठीक है, सेविंग्स अकाउंट से स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर. सो सेविंग्स अकाउंट की बात करते हैं. सेविंग्स अकाउंट में क्या होता है? ठीक है. सेविंग्स अकाउंट में क्या होता है? सेविंग्स अकाउंट में हम लोग बैंक में जाते हैं, बैंक को बोलते हैं अच्छा सुन बैंक, अपने पास पैसा है, पैसा तुम लो और हमारे को उसके बदले कुछ फायदा करके देना. क्या फायदा? कि एटलीस्ट ऐसा हो कि मैं जब यहाँ से आगे जाऊं 10 साल 15 साल तो जितना मैं खरीद सकता था शायद मैं उतना मोटा मोटी खरीद पाऊँ, कि मेरे को फायदा हो ना हो, शायद नुकसान तो ना हो. तो व्हाट डज बैंक डू? बैंक आपको 3 से 4% का इंटरेस्ट देता है. करंटली थोड़ा इकोनॉमिक सिचुएशन के हिसाब से ये कम हो गया है, इट इज बिलो 3, बट ऑन एन एवरेज दिस इज व्हाट वी यू आर गेटिंग अगर लॉन्ग टर्म में आप देखते हो तो. प्लस बैंक आपको बोलता है कोई टाइम कमिटमेंट नहीं है, पैसा तुम्हारा जब चाहिए निकाल के लेके जाओ, कोई टेंशन नहीं. ठीक है. सो व्हाट हैपेंस हियर? आप 100 रुपीज लेके जाते हो बैंक के पास, बैंक आपको देता है वापस में कितना? 104. सो 100 से 104. The journey from 100 rupees to 104 is a short journey. क्यों? क्योंकि only 4 rupees are getting incremented here. आपको सिर्फ 4 रुपए का वहां पर फायदा हो रहा है. ठीक है. एक और मशहूर आदमी को बुलाते हैं, जरा उनसे पूछते हैं वो क्या कहते हैं इस बारे में. सो रॉबर्ट जी एलन इज अ अमेरिकन बिजनेसमैन. ठीक है. He has something to say. What does he say? How many millionaires do you know who have become wealthy by investing in savings account? I rest my case. So what is he trying to say? वो बोल रहे हैं आप 100 का 104, 100 का 104 बना बना के करोड़पति बन जाओगे क्या? Will you get that level? Will you be a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever? क्या आप वहां तक पहुंच सकते हो 4% से? What do you think? Do you think हम पहुंच सकते हैं? Do you think savings account में पैसा रख के we can go ahead? Yes, no. Just type yes or no. What do you feel? No, 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 no. Since इतने सारे लोग इतना स्पीड में no, no, no लिख रहे हैं, hence he said I rest my case. एंड प्रूव हुआ कि चलो सेविंग्स अकाउंट मतलब ठीक है, पैसा एक बार रखना है तो बेसिक स्टार्टिंग के लिए इट इज अ गुड पॉइंट, बट इट इज नॉट समथिंग विच कैन बी रिलाइड अपॉन एज एन इन्वेस्टमेंट टूल। यहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए चीज ये यूज नहीं की जा सकती। ओके, सो व्हाट नेक्स्ट? सो नेक्स्ट आता है फिक्स डिपॉजिट्स। फिक्स डिपॉजिट भी वन ऑफ द इनिशियल आंसर्स में था। फिक्स डिपॉजिट में क्या फर्क है सेविंग्स अकाउंट से? पहला चीज ये है, फिक्स डिपॉजिट में बैंक आपसे टाइम कमिटमेंट मांगता है। कमिटमेंट बोले तो आप बैंक को बोलते हो कि सुनो मैं आपको ये पैसे दे रहा हूँ, पर ना वो 3-4% से अपना होगा नहीं, तो थोड़ा सा ज्यादा चाहिए। तो बैंक बोलता है ठीक है, तुम्हें ज्यादा चाहिए तो मुझे भी कुछ ज्यादा चाहिए। क्या कि तुम मुझे बोलो मिनिमम इतना टाइम तुम मेरे पास पैसा रहोगे, 1 साल, 3 महीना, 6 महीना, जो भी है, एक फिक्स टाइम तुम मुझे बोलो। जो फिक्स टाइम तुम जैसे बोलते हो वैसे ही बैंक बोलता है ओके आई गिव यू स्लाइटली हाई। जितना लंबा टाइम तुम बोलते हो उतना बैंक तुम्हें ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट देता है। सो दैट इज व्हाट हैपेंस हियर। सो जो तुम्हारा फिक्स टाइम कमिटमेंट है उसके बदले बैंक इज गिविंग यू अ हायर इंटरेस्ट रेट। दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन अ फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट। और यदि हमें पहले पैसे चाहिए तो हम बैंक से पैसे ले सकते हैं, लेकिन उसमें थोड़ा पेनल्टी लगता है, विच मीन जो हायर हमें रिटर्न मिलने वाला था वो नहीं मिलता है। सो दैट इज हाउ फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट वाला पार्ट वर्क्स। नेक्स्ट बात करते हैं, नेक्स्ट आता है कंपनी डिपॉजिट्स। कंपनी डिपॉजिट क्या है? अच्छा, फिक्स डिपॉजिट आपने बैंक के साथ किया था, वैसे यदि आप ये डिपॉजिट कोई कंपनी के साथ करते हो तो आपको उसको कंपनी डिपॉजिट बोलते हो। कंपनी डिपॉजिट में क्या फर्क होता है? हाउ इज इट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम बैंक डिपॉजिट? पहला चीज जैसा हमने बोला कि इट इज विद कंपनीज, जैसा कि जैसा एफडी है वैसा ही कंपनीज के साथ हम लोग अगर करते हैं तो उसको कंपनी डिपॉजिट बोलते हैं। ठीक है, इसमें हमें यूजुअली बैंक से थोड़ा सा ज्यादा रिटर्न मिल सकता है क्योंकि थोड़ा सा ज्यादा रिस्क भी होता है इसके साथ। नेक्स्ट क्या है? नेक्स्ट है बॉन्ड्स एंड डिबेंचर्स। यदि थोड़ा सा ज्यादा रिस्क से थोड़ा और ज्यादा रिस्क लेना है तो हम बॉन्ड्स एंड डिबेंचर्स पे आते हैं। बॉन्ड्स एंड डिबेंचर्स में क्या होता है? अगेन बॉन्ड्स एंड डिबेंचर्स में हम लोग को एक पीरियोडिक पेमेंट मिलता है। मतलब ये कि यदि हम पैसा इनको देते हैं कंपनी को बॉन्ड की फॉर्मेट में, ठीक है, तो वहां पर कंपनी हमारे को फिक्स्ड इंटरवल पर यानी फिक्स टाइम पीरियड जो पहले से डिसाइड होता है, राइट, यूजुअली 6 महीने में एक बार या क्वार्टरली या एनुअली, जो भी जैसा भी आपका पर्टिकुलर बॉन्ड है या जैसे भी आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट टूल है उसके हिसाब से आपको एक फिक्स पीरियड इंटरेस्ट देती है। और उसके बाद जब आपका जो भी फिक्स पीरियड स्टार्टिंग का था वो खत्म हो जाने के बाद आपको पैसा वापस मिल जाता है। एक बार जब समझ लेते हैं क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर, तो कंपनी आपको बोल रही है कि आप हमें पैसा दो, यहाँ पे आप टाइम कमिटमेंट दे रहे हो उसको, और कंपनी ये पैसा लगाएगी अपने बिजनेस के अंदर। उसके बदले में कंपनी आपको इंटरेस्ट देगी, और वो इंटरेस्ट देगी आपको टाइम टू टाइम बेसिस पे कि थोड़े थोड़े टाइम में आपको ये लो इंटरेस्ट, थोड़े थोड़े टाइम में ये लो इंटरेस्ट, ये लो इंटरेस्ट। सो दैट इज व्हाट फिक्स्ड पीरियोडिक पेमेंट्स आर। ठीक है, तो वो इंटरेस्ट कितना आएगा वो पहले से डिसाइडेड होता है, आपको पहले से पता है, उसके हिसाब से आप इन्वेस्ट करते हो। सो ये आ गया। फिर आता है इक्विटी स्टॉक मार्केट जिसको हम बोलते हैं। दिस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पॉपुलर थीम्स, स्पेसिफिकली लास्ट आई थिंक 4-5 महीने के अंदर कुछ ज्यादा पॉपुलैरिटी आ गया है इसके अंदर। सो यस, दिस इज समथिंग विच कैन मेक अ लॉट ऑफ मनी बट कैन हैव अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्क एज वेल। सो थोड़ा संभल संभल कर फूक फूक कर कदम रखना पड़ता है यहाँ पर। दैट इज हाउ इक्विटी वर्क्स। ठीक, तो अब इक्विटी में क्या होता है? इक्विटी के अंदर हम प्राइस चेंज पे कमाते हैं या डिविडेंड पे कमाते हैं। मतलब कि शेयर का प्राइस अगर 100 रुपीज है, हमने जब इन्वेस्ट किया और जब हमने उसको बेचने का कोशिश किया तब वो 120 हो गया, 100 से 120, तो हमें 20 रुपीज का वहां पर फायदा होता है। दैट इज व्हाट इक्विटी इज ऑल अबाउट। सो प्राइस चेंज एंड डिविडेंड्स आर द सेकंड थिंग। व्हाट इज डिविडेंड्स? डिविडेंड्स का मतलब क्या होता है? आप इक्विटी के अंदर किसी कंपनी के बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो। यदि कंपनी को फायदा होता है तो हो सकता है, कंपल्सरी नहीं है, हो सकता है कि कंपनी कहे कि चलो थोड़ा सा फायदा बांट दिया जाए, जिन जिन लोगों के इक्विटी शेयर है उनके अंदर कैश की फॉर्म में, तो आपको थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा अपने बैंक अकाउंट में आके मिल जाता है कंपनी की तरफ से। जितने शेयर आपके पास है उसके हिसाब से आपको पैसा मिलता है। दैट इज व्हाट डिविडेंड का कॉन्सेप्ट इज। ठीक है, ये अब जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, दिस इज व्हाट इंडियंस टिपिकली प्रेफर। ट्रेडिशनली हमारे यहाँ जो एसेट्स क्लासेस प्रेफर होती हैं वो है ये, व्हिच इज गोल्ड। ठीक है, एनीबडी हु इन्वेस्ट्स इन गोल्ड? यस, just type yes on the chat box one. Yes, yes, yes. जिसको थोड़ा सा ऐसा लेजी फील हो रहा है, just type by. No. Okay. Yes. Okay, we've started getting some responses. Bye, guys. No, no, yes. No, no, no. Okay, okay. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. We saw a lot of no's and a few yes also. Interesting combination. दो reasons. क्या है, पहला इंडियन कल्चर और इंडियन ट्रेडिशंस कुछ इस तरह से हैं कि अ लॉट ऑफ आवर फंक्शंस, अ लॉट ऑफ आवर इवेंट्स, सोशल फंक्शंस जो हमारे हैं वहाँ पर गोल्ड का रिक्वायरमेंट रहता है, ठीक है। एंड दैट इज वन स्पेस, that is one space where थैंक यू। हाँ, सो हमारे बहुत सारे फंक्शंस वगैरह रहते हैं जहाँ पर हमें गोल्ड का जरूरत पड़ता है, तो उसके हिसाब से गोल्ड इज अ गुड एसेट क्लास जहाँ पे हम पैसा डाल सकते हैं। प्लस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है, ऐसा मानते हैं कि जो गोल्ड है, गोल्ड इज अ इन्फ्लेशन हेज, मतलब जितना जितना महंगाई बढ़ता है उतना उतना गोल्ड भी जनरली बढ़ता है, ऐसा माना जाता है। बढ़ेगा नहीं बढ़ेगा जरूरी नहीं, बट हाँ ट्रेडिशनली अगर आप देखते हो लॉन्ग टर्म के अंदर तो हाँ ऐसा होता है। तो यदि आपको लगता है कि भाई मेरे को एटलीस्ट ऐसा पैसा बचना चाहिए तो गोल्ड वुड बी अ गुड एसेट क्लास। सेकंड इज कि क्या होगा कि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स व्हेन यू एक्वायर गोल्ड तो दैट इज देन यूज्ड फॉर कंजम्पशन, उससे लोग आगे ज्वेलरी वुलरी वगैरह जो भी बनाते हैं वो बना सकते हैं, तो वहाँ पे भी एक फायदा आ जाता है इसका। सो दैट इज वेयर पोर्शन ऑफ गोल्ड इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट इन द पोर्टफोलियो, ठीक है। ये आगे रियल एस्टेट, रियल एस्टेट में क्या आता है, एनी आइडिया व्हाट इज रियल एस्टेट अबाउट? एग्जांपल कुछ एक दो, यू कैन जस्ट शेयर इन चैट बॉक्स क्विकली, क्या क्या आता है रियल एस्टेट के अंदर या क्या क्या आ सकता है आपके हिसाब से? लैंड, ओके, लैंड, फ्लैट्स, लैंड, ओके, फ्लैट, बिल्डिंग, ठीक है। बिल्डिंग में थोड़ा और स्पेसिफिक जाए तो हाउस, शॉप, वेयर हाउस, ठीक है, लैंड डेफिनेटली है ही है। सो ये सारी की सारी चीजें हैं जो हमारे को हाउस, परफेक्ट, फ्लैट, हाँ फ्लैट हाउस वहीं पर आ गया ना। तो ये जो चीजें हैं ये हमारी प्रॉपर्टीज में आती है। प्रॉपर्टीज से क्या फायदा है हमारे को, क्या क्या? हाउस मतलब रहने के लिए जो घर है, शॉप दुकानदार के लिए, वेयर हाउस जो स्टोर जैसा रहता है जहाँ पे आपका सामान स्टोर होता है टेम्परेरी बेसिस पे या लॉन्गर टर्म बेसिस पे जैसे। सो दैट इज वेयर हाउस। अब नेक्स्ट पॉइंट ये आता है कि इसको और ऐसे समझे क्या, हाउ डू वी अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स। सो ये जो सारे के सारे नीचे के पॉइंट्स हैं, सेविंग्स अकाउंट को छोड़ देते हैं एक बार साइड पे, ये सबको कंबाइन करके देयर इज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड म्यूचुअल फंड्स। somebody had also written it in the chat before। तो म्यूचुअल फंड्स का ये कॉन्सेप्ट है, उसका मतलब क्या है? म्यूचुअल फंड का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या होता है, यहाँ पर एक बंदा रहता है जो आपके बिहाफ पर आपके पैसे को मैनेज करता है और अलग 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 जगह पे पैसे को इन्वेस्ट करता है। सो ये जो पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट है वो है म्यूचुअल फंड का कॉन्सेप्ट। इसमें पूरा रेगुलेशंस रहते हैं, सब कुछ रहता है। जस्ट आपको बहुत बेसिक तरीके से मैं यहाँ पर बता रहा हूँ, दिस इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ म्यूचुअल फंड्स। उसमें फिक्स डिपॉजिट, कंपनी डिपॉजिट, बॉन्ड, इक्विटी, गोल्ड, रियल एस्टेट, अलग अलग चीजों का अगर आपको थोड़ा थोड़ा आइडिया चाहिए, थोड़ा थोड़ा आपको इससे चाहिए, थोड़ा इसमें, थोड़ा इसमें, थोड़ा इसमें, थोड़ा इसमें, तो वो आपको म्यूचुअल फंड्स के थ्रू मिल सकता है। काफी रेगुलेटेड ये रहता है, ठीक है। So these are the broad asset classes in which investments can be done, ठीक है। Mutual funds is one of them। Okay, so we'll just proceed and understand a little more about these। समझेंगे आगे थोड़ा और? डन, चलो समझते हैं। ये जो डब्बा है ये सारे के सारे एसेट क्लासेस है ना, ये इसमें एक चीज कॉमन है। व्हाट इज कॉमन अबाउट दीज? ये है फिनेंशियल एसेट्स। मतलब ये सिर्फ आपको पेपर पे दिखाई देते हैं, आप एक्चुअल में देखने जाओ, ऐसा बोलो मेरे को टच करके देखने का फिक्स डिपॉजिट को, तो ऐसा नहीं होता। आपको पेपर मिलेगा, सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा, दैट्स इट। या आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हो, इक्विटी मार्केट में शेयर्स हैं या बॉन्ड्स हैं, यू कैन नॉट ऐसे टच देम और सी देम डायरेक्टली। ऑब्वियसली पेपर पे आपको आएगा या स्क्रीन पे आएगा। नीचे वाले जो ये हमारे हैं सारे के सारे, ये है फिजिकल एसेट्स। सो एक आइडियल पोर्टफोलियो में यदि आप अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करते हैं, सो एक आइडियल पोर्टफोलियो में थोड़ा थोड़ा दोनों का मिक्स होना चाहिए। थोड़ा फाइनेंशियल एसेट से रहना चाहिए, थोड़ा फिजिकल एसेट से रहना चाहिए। क्योंकि हिस्टोरिकली ऐसा देखा गया है कि जब फाइनेंशियल एसेट्स नहीं परफॉर्म करते या जब फाइनेंशियल एसेट्स अच्छा रिटर्न नहीं देते, वो टाइम पे फिजिकल एसेट्स देते हैं। जैसे अगर हम लास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स की बात करें तो हमारे को गोल्ड ने काफी अच्छा रिटर्न दिया है। तो दैट इज हाउ द जनरल पोर्टफोलियो कंस्ट्रक्शन इज। अब आपके पोर्टफोलियो में आप कितना क्या खरीदेंगे वो ऑब्वियसली आपके पर्सनल उस पर डिपेंड करेगा, जिसके बारे में हम आगे बात करेंगे। बट दिस इज द जनरल आउटलुक ऑन हाउ द एसेट क्राइटेरिया इज, ठीक है। अब इन एसेट्स में अगर हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो उसका फायदा क्या है, क्यों इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं? ठीक है, हमने बोल दिया सर पैसे इन्वेस्ट करते हैं अलग अलग जगह है, क्या फायदा? तो दो मेजर फायदे। पहला है कैपिटल गेन। कैपिटल गेन का मतलब क्या होता है? सस्ता खरीदो महंगा बेचो, बाय लो सेल हाई। कोई भी चीज सस्ते में खरीदनी है महंगे में बेचनी है, यदि आपने ये कर लिया तो आपको उससे मुनाफा होगा, ठीक है। एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं, घर है, ठीक है, फ्लैट होम जो भी है, फ्लैट तो नहीं होम में आएगा ये वाला, 1 स्टोरी, 50 लाख में आपने खरीदा, 50 लाख का खरीद कर आप उसको 75 लाख में बेच रहे हो, तो ये क्या रहेगा? दिस इज 50 to 75, 25 लाख का आपका इंक्रीज हुआ, ठीक है। ये क्या आया? 25 लाख का प्रॉफिट। सो दिस इज द कैपिटल गेन व्हिच यू मेड ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉफिट। दूसरा है रिलेटेड इनकम। रिलेटेड इनकम क्या होती है? रिलेटेड इनकम में जैसे रियल एस्टेट के केस में हमने बोला रेंट आता है। अगर आप एक प्रॉपर्टी लेते हो और प्रॉपर्टी को भाड़े पे देते हो तो उसके बदले में आपको रेंट आता है। तो पीपल हु आर लिविंग ऑन रेंट या वो पेइंग रेंट, जो रेंटेड फ्लैट्स में रह रहे हैं, आपको हर महीने रेंट देना पड़ता है। तो आपका जो ये एक्सपेंस है वो सामने वाले के लिए तो इनकम है ना, वैसा रेंटल प्रॉपर्टी। सेम वे इक्विटी खरीदते हैं तो हमें डिविडेंड मिलता है, बॉन्ड्स खरीदते हैं, डिबेंचर्स खरीदते हैं तो हमें इंटरेस्ट इनकम मिलता है। सो दीज आर अदर फॉर्म्स ऑफ रिलेटेड इनकम। सो दो ब्रॉड क्लासेस हैं। पहला कैपिटल गेन्स। कैपिटल गेन्स का मतलब क्या है कि सस्ता खरीद के महंगा बेचेंगे, जो मुनाफा वहां पर होगा वो कैपिटल गेन्स कहलाएगा। उसके अलावा रिलेटेड इनकम, जिसमें आपको हमने बोला इंटरेस्ट इनकम आ सकती है, रेंटल इनकम आ सकती है, डिविडेंड इनकम आ सकती है, और अदर इनकम्स डिपेंडिंग ऑन आप कहाँ पर इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो। सो ये जो है रिलेटेड इनकम बार बार आती रहेगी, आती रहेगी, आती रहेगी। आप इसको होल्ड करके रख सकते हो। कैपिटल गेन जो है वो तब आएगा जब आप जनरली एसेट बेचोगे। जितना आपने बेच दिया उस पर आगे जाके आपको इनकम नहीं आएगी, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली आपने यहाँ से बेच दिया। सो दैट इज हाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन वर्क्स। अभी तक यहाँ तक किसी को कोई क्वेश्चंस? एनी क्वेश्चन सो फार? आर यू गाइज विद मी? Perfect. Any questions? No. Just write clear if everything is clear so far. All understood. Just write clear. Clear, clear, clear. Okay. काफी कम लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। There are a lot of people I can see who are in the participants list. क्या हुआ? बाकी लोग को इंटरेस्ट नहीं है फाइनेंस में, या थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है टाइपिंग साथ साथ में? पॉसिबल? ठीक है, चलो कोई बात नहीं। लेट्स प्रोसीड। जहां तक हो सके आप जितना पार्टिसिपेट करोगे ना उतना लर्निंग अच्छा है। So what do you suggest? Where should we invest huge amount? We'll come to that, Yash. We'll come to that. आते हैं ये सब सवालों पे, धीरे धीरे जवाब देंगे एक एक चीज का, बट आएगा। ठीक है चलो, बट बी इंटरैक्टिव, स्टार्ट टाइपिंग, स्टार्ट शेयरिंग योर व्यूज, ओपिनियंस, जो भी है, तभी मजा आएगा। ठीक है चलो आगे बात करते हैं। पहले बात करते हैं अंडरस्टैंडिंग रिटर्न्स की। हमने असेट्स की बात की कि चलो असेट्स ऐसे होते हैं, ये होता है, वो होता है। अब मैं बात करता हूँ अंडरस्टैंडिंग रिटर्न्स की। अगर आप कभी भी जाते हो कोई असेट को इवैल्यूएट करते हो कि भाई मेरे को इधर इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए, तो उसके लिए आपको वो रिटर्न दिखाते हैं कि अच्छा देखो, जिसने पहले इन्वेस्ट किया था उसको ऐसा पैसा बना के मिला, ये पैसा दिया, ये नहीं दिया, जो भी है। अब उस पैसे को, अगर आपको उस डेटा को समझना है कि उसने सच में पैसा कितना बनाया, कैसे बनाया, तो क्योंकि ये रिटर्न डेटा अलग अलग तरीके से रिप्रेजेंट किया जाता है, इसलिए मैंने आपके लिए यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा समरी बना के दिया है कि किस किस तरह से ये डेटा यूजुअली रिप्रेजेंट होता है और आप उसको कैसे इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हो, कैसे समझ सकते हो। ठीक है, शुरू करें। पहला, हिस्टोरिकल परफॉर्मेंस की बात हो रही है, पुराने वाले परफॉर्मेंस की, यानी कि जो हो चुका है, ऐतिहासिक। ठीक है, अब म्यूचुअल फंड्स की बहुत सारी ऐड आती है टीवी पे, उस पर अक्सर ये आता है कि म्यूचुअल फंड्स आर सब्जेक्ट टू मार्केट रिस्क, प्लीज रीड स्कीम डॉक्यूमेंट बिफोर इन्वेस्टिंग, पास्ट परफॉर्मेंस मे और मे नॉट बी सस्टेन इन फ्यूचर। मतलब जो पहले हुआ है वो वापस से आगे होगा, इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है, हो सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है, तो दैट इज देयर। बट जो पहले हुआ है उससे एक अंदाजा आ जाता है। जैसे कि अगर मैं बात करूं कि अगर आप इक्विटी रिटर्न देखते हो कि अच्छा चलो मे बी 2000 से 2020 के बीच में किस तरह का रिटर्न आया, तो यदि आप एक स्टॉक देखते हो तो मे बी थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है कि वैसा का वैसा आगे हो। बट यदि आप ओवरऑल इक्विटी मार्केट की बात करते हो तो आपको थोड़ा अंदाजा मिलता है कि ठीक है चलो, निफ्टी ऑन एन एवरेज 8% साल बाय साल बढ़ता है, 8% का इंक्रीज वहां पर दिखता है हमें यूजुअली। सो दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच वी अंडरस्टैंड। सो दैट इज द केस। ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट। So we are starting with 100 rupees. 100 rupees मैंने इन्वेस्ट किए, 100 rupees का मैंने 150 कर लिया। ठीक है, that is the value which I get. Now this is 50 rupees का प्रॉफिट। मेरा सवाल आपसे बहुत सिंपल है, is this a good investment? क्या आपको लगता है मैंने अच्छा काम किया है? Did I make a lot of money? Yes or no? 100 rupees इन्वेस्ट किया, 150 किया, Did I make a lot of money? Yes. अगर आपको लगता है नहीं तो no. फिर अगर कुछ आपको क्वेश्चन है तो क्वेश्चन मार्क, जैसे yes, no, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so everybody feels मैंने ये बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। What if मैंने 100 rupees इन्वेस्ट किए, चलो पहले उसके पहले आते देते आंसर्स। yes, okay, so almost everybody is saying yes. 50% गेन, ठीक है, 50% गेन पे आते हैं हम। Okay, so we'll just come to that. All right. So let's talk about returns once. Just छोटा सा intro में दे देता हूँ, फिर वापस से आते हैं ये क्वेश्चन पे, ठीक है? Okay, so return. What is return? Return means what comes back. यानी return का मतलब क्या होता है? हिंदी में if we say return, it means वापसी. 100 डाला 150 वापस आया. That is the basic return. Right. 100 किस में इन्वेस्ट किया? We'll come to that. We'll come to that also. ठीक है? अभी हम इसकी बात करते हैं. So return on investment is return divided by investment. मतलब ये हमने फॉर्मूला बताया, ठीक है? So 50 rupees on 100 rupees is 50%. ठीक है, ये हमने already chart में somebody had already shared. So you invest 50 rupees, you get 100 rupees on, like you invest 100 rupees, you get 50 rupees extra. So आपको 50% का रिटर्न बना. ये हमने बात की जिस पे आपने मुझे बोला कि ये अच्छा रिटर्न है. बट ये जो जनरिक डेटा है ना, इसको हम बोलते हैं एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न. जस्ट लेबल्स हैं, ध्यान रखना. वापस से मैं पूछने वाला हूँ एक बार सारे अलग अलग लेबल्स हो जाएंगे तो आई विल आस्क यू अगेन. तो जस्ट ट्राई एंड रिमेंबर, ठीक है? ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न. एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न मतलब क्या है कि कितने रिटर्न आपके पास आ रही है. इसके अंदर अगर आप नोटिस करते हो, एक चीज है जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है बट मिसिंग है. वो क्या है? ये जो फॉर्मूला हमने लिखा मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 नहीं है वो चीज. उसके अलावा एक चीज है जो होनी चाहिए अगर आप इस तरह का कभी भी फॉर्मूला ले रहे हो. वो क्या चीज होगी? इन्फ्लेशन? नॉट रियली इन दिस. टाइम. परफेक्ट आंसर. सो टाइम इज द थिंग विच वी आर मिसिंग इन दिस. क्यों? मैंने आपको बोला 100 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट करके 150 किया, आपने बोला वेरी गुड, अच्छा रिटर्न है. व्हाट इफ मैंने 20 इयर्स लिया ये करने को? What if 20 years में I took 100 rupees and converted to 150? It is a very slow growth. But what if I did that in 3 months? हुआ fast एकदम? हुआ ना? ठीक है, चलो. So let's start. आगे जाते हैं, ठीक है? मान लेते हैं हमने 9 months में ये किया. अब क्या लग रहा है? Is it a good return? Yes, no? Do you think 9 months में 100 rupees का 150 होना is a good return? What do you think? No. Okay. All right. So आप लोग पहले क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे? मैंने 100 रुपीज करके ऐसे 2 दिन में कर दिया. जो सब पहले तो yes, everybody was agreeing. Now suddenly everybody is saying no, this is not a good return. ठीक है, चलो कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. Idealistically, depending on the risk that you have taken with this investment, this could be a good return. ठीक है, देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है. यूजुअली अगर आप 50% कमा रहे हैं 9 महीने में, तो I would personally say it is a good return depending on how safe or how risky the investment is. ठीक है, आगे जाते हैं. So return for the year कैलकुलेट करेंगे. कैसे आएगा? रिटर्न मल्टीप्लाई बाय टोटल पीरियड डिवाइडेड बाय इन्वेस्टमेंट पीरियड. कितना रिटर्न आपने कमाया और उसके सामने 50 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 12 months डिवाइडेड बाय 9 months, यानी 66.7%. सो मेरा रिटर्न यहाँ पर अगर मैं लिख कर दूंगा तो इसको लिखेंगे हम 66.7 साल का रिटर्न, जिसको हम बोलते हैं सिंपल एनुअलाइज्ड रिटर्न. ये हमने दूसरा किया है, पहला एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न, दूसरा सिंपल एनुअलाइज्ड रिटर्न. सो सिंपल एनुअलाइज्ड रिटर्न में क्या है? हम बोलते हैं यदि आपने सेम रिटर्न साल भर कमाया होता तो आपका रिटर्न क्या बनता? सिंपल एज दैट. तो हमने वो किया. ये हम कहाँ यूज करते हैं? जनरली हम यूज करते हैं 1 साल से कम के पीरियड के लिए. ठीक है, क्या है? एब्सोल्यूट रिटर्न. इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के लिए यूज किया जाता है ये जनरली, जिसमें हमने यूं का यूं बता दिया था विदाउट लुकिंग एट कितने पीरियड में. सिंपल एनुअलाइज्ड रिटर्न जनरली जब फिक्स्ड इनकम इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की बात होती है, यानी डेट, बॉन्ड, ठीक है, डिबेंचर्स या कंपनी डिपॉजिट्स वगैरह, उसमें हम सिंपल एनुअलाइज्ड यूज करते हैं. दैट इज फिक्स्ड इनकम इन्वेस्टिंग. अब व्हाट इफ आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट होराइजन लंबा है? लंबा मतलब 1 साल से ज्यादा एटलीस्ट. ठीक है, ये लंबा इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी डिफरेंटली इंटरप्रेटेड बाय डिफरेंट पीपल इन द मार्केट. आप जिससे बात करते हैं उसके हिसाब से लंबा पीरियड इज वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट मोर देन 1 year इन्वेस्टमेंट पीरियड. तो उसके अंदर हम देखते हैं एवरेज रिटर्न्स. कैसे? इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट है लेट्स से 100 से 200 आपने कन्वर्ट कर लिया और हम निकालते हैं CAGR. कैसे? 100 से 140 हुआ, 140 से 130, 130 से 200. सो आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट धीरे धीरे बढ़ा है ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ 3 years. अब आपको पूछा जाएगा या आपसे अगर आपको इस तरह का कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट दिखाएंगे तो आपको बताएंगे सर इसके अंदर ना जो रिटर्न आया है दैट इज 24%. दैट इज 24%. हमने 3 साल में पैसा डबल करके दिया, तो दैट इज 24%. ठीक है, सो अगर आप 24% का रिटर्न देखते हैं, जहां पर 3 साल से या 1 साल से ज्यादा का रिटर्न में आप बता रहे हैं, उसको हम CAGR बोलते हैं, कंपाउंडेड एनुअल ग्रोथ रेट। बट यहाँ पे समझने वाली और ध्यान रखने वाली इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है, वो ये है कि इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको फर्स्ट ईयर में 100 से 124 होगा, फिर वहां से उस तरह से इंक्रीज होगा, नहीं। इसका मतलब ये है ऊपर नीचे करके फिर आपका 24% का रिटर्न। सो दिस इज एवरेज रिटर्न, बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट दैट, क्योंकि कल को जब आप पैसे इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए अलग अलग प्रोडक्ट इवेल्युएट करेंगे, तब आपको हो सकता है कि इस तरह का एक चीज सामने आए और आप बोले अरे 24% रिटर्न अच्छा है, साल के एंड में मुझे 124 मिल जाएगा, बट हो सकता है साल के एंड में आपको कम भी मिले, ज्यादा भी मिले। अब जैसे अगर हम फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में देखते हैं 140 हो गया है, लेकिन उसके बाद 140 से एक्चुअली नेगेटिव हो गया, 130 चला गया, लेकिन फिर थर्ड ईयर बहुत अच्छा रहा तो 130 से 200 हो गया। सो दिस इज हाउ CAGR वर्क्स। So this is the concept of CAGR, compounded annual growth rate. ये किसके लिए होता है? इन्वेस्टमेंट पीरियड मोर देन 1 ईयर के लिए। ठीक है, सो वी हैव डन 3 एनुअल, क्या क्या क्या, एब्सोल्यूट, सिंपल एनालाइज्ड, कंपाउंडेड एनुअल ग्रोथ रेट। एवरीबॉडी क्लियर विद दीस 3? सो लेट्स जस्ट आस्क अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, या एक कॉन्सेप्ट और कर लेते हैं, फिर क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, अभी तो थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन कम होगा, थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन के लिए वेट करते हैं। ओके, अब ये जो हमने बातें की, ये बातें की जहां पर हमारा सिंगल इन्वेस्टमेंट था, एक बार आपने पैसा डाला, एक बार निकाला। व्हाट इफ, जैसे यूजुअल में जो अगर हम इन्वेस्टर्स का पैटर्न देखते हैं, तो पैसा डाल रहे हैं, कभी निकाल रहे हैं, कभी खरीद रहे हैं, कभी बेच रहे हैं, कभी खरीद रहे हैं, कभी बेच रहे हैं, थोड़ा बेच रहे हैं, थोड़ा खरीद रहे हैं। अगर आपने 100 शेयर्स खरीदा मान लेते हैं, तो उसके अंदर से आप हो सकता है 50 बेचें, हो सकता है उसके बाद प्राइस गिर जाए तो आप बोलें कि चले थोड़ा सा और शेयर खरीद लेते हैं। तो इस तरह से अगर इस सिनेरियो है तो क्या, तो कैसे देखा जाए? इस सिनेरियो के अंदर एक्सेल के अंदर एक फंक्शन है विच इज XIRR, वो मेथोडोलॉजी को यूज करके हम देखते हैं वहां पर वापस से दिस इज जस्ट एन एवरेज रिटर्न। ठीक है, आगे बढ़ने से पहले आपको एक अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट मैं बताता हूँ। ठीक है, व्हाट इज दैट कॉन्सेप्ट? वी कॉल दिस कॉन्सेप्ट द रूल ऑफ 72। व्हाट इज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, वो मैं आपको बताता हूँ, उसके पहले एक दो क्वेश्चन आपसे। हमने बात की थी 100 रुपीज का 200 होने की in 3 years. My question to you is, what was the rate? CAGR का आंसर कितना था इसके लिए? What was the rate at which this was getting converted? Please leave your answers in the chat box. अगर 100 रुपीज 300 में कन्वर्ट हुआ तो क्या रेट था? 24। अब सपोजिटली ये 5 years में हुआ होता तो what would be the rate? सपोज ये 5 years में हुआ होता तो 20। How do you define 20? 18। ठीक है, ओके, 18 किलो, 18। ठीक है, ठीक है, लेट मी हेल्प यू आंसर दिस वन एंड फिर विल डिस्कवर वेदर इट इज द राइट आंसर और नॉट। सो ये हमने जो रूल का बात किया है, ये रूल क्या कहता है? ये रूल कहता है कि लेट्स टेक इट हियर। ये रूल क्या कहता है? ये रूल कहता है कि यदि कोई भी चीज है जिसको आपको फाइंड करना है कि डबल होने में कितना टाइम लगेगा या कितने रेट होगा, रेट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय इयर्स। तो यदि आप बोलते हो कोई भी चीज 3 साल में डबल हो रही है, तो क्या होगा? 72 डिवाइड बाय 3। 72 डिवाइड बाय 3 कितना आता है? व्हाट इज 72 डिवाइड बाय 3? यू कैन यूज योर कैलकुलेटर्स इन द मोबाइल अगर थोड़ा टफ लग रहा है तो। व्हाट इज 72 डिवाइड बाय 3? 72 डिवाइड बाय 3, 24। परफेक्ट परफेक्ट परफेक्ट। ठीक है, सेम वे अगर हम बोलते हैं कोई चीज 5 साल में डबल हो रही है, तो व्हाट वुड बी द आंसर? 72 डिवाइड बाय 5। एक बार 72 डिवाइड बाय 5 करके देखेंगे। व्हाट इज 72 डिवाइड बाय 5? 14 पॉइंट समथिंग, राइट? सो यदि आप चाहते हो कि आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट डबल हो, कितने टाइम में आपको चाहिए वो डबल हो, उसका अगर आपको एक सिंपल कैलकुलेशन करना है जस्ट ऑन द टिप ऑफ द टंग, तो आप कैसे कर सकते हो? आप बोल सकते हो 72 से उसको डिवाइड करेंगे तो जो इतना रेट आएगा उतने में। या फिर उल्टा भी कर सकते हैं या फिर हम ये भी बोल सकते हैं कि मान लेते हैं चलो सेविंग्स अकाउंट में हमने बोला ऑन एन एवरेज 4% का इंटरेस्ट रेट मिलता था, 4%। अगर मैं सेविंग्स में पैसे डालता हूँ तो पैसा डबल होने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? आपने 100 रुपीज सेविंग में डाला, 100 रुपीज से 200 होने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? सो उसका आंसर क्या है? 72 डिवाइडेड बाय 4। कैन समबडी हेल्प मी विद द आंसर? व्हाट इज 72 डिवाइडेड बाय 4? 18। इसका मतलब अगर आप 4% की रेट से ग्रो हो रहे हो तो आपको 18 साल लगेंगे पैसा डबल होने में। कितना टाइम लगेगा? 18 साल। इसीलिए हमने कहा था कि सेविंग्स अकाउंट में पैसा रख के कोई भी करोड़पति नहीं बनता। सो नेक्स्ट टाइम अगर आप बैंक में जाते हो, एक और इवैल्यूएट कर लेते हैं चलो उसके पहले, और आप देखते हो एफडी का रेट है 72, एफडी का रेट है 6% लेटेस्ट से, तो 6% में अगर आप एफडी में पैसा डाल रहे हो तो आपको डबल होने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? 72 डिवाइड बाय 6, दैट इज 12 years। परफेक्ट। सो दैट इज 12 years। अगर आप एफडी में पैसा डाल रहे हो 6 पे तो 12, अगर 8 पे डाल रहे हो तो 8% पे। व्हाट इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग एट 8%? परफेक्ट, तो 9 years। सो अगर आप 8% पे पैसा डाल रहे हो तो 9 years, 9% पे डाल रहे हो तो 8 years। सो ये हो गया रूल ऑफ 72। दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच यू विल फाइंड कमिंग वेरी हैंडी व्हेन यू आर टेकिंग योर इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन, ताकि आपको एक पर्सपेक्टिव मिलता है कि कितना मेरा टाइम लग सकता है इसमें। एक छोटा सा साइड थिंक ऑल्सो, या जो भी कंसेप्ट के हिसाब से, जितना अगर आप लंबा टाइम यहाँ पर लेते हो, जितना भी लंबा टाइम है उतना आपका कंपैरेटिवली इन्वेस्टमेंट सेफ है। जितना जल्दी हो रहा है उतना उसमें रिस्क ज्यादा है। देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ हायर द रिस्क हायर द रिटर्न। मतलब यदि कोई चीज बहुत जल्दी हो रही है तो इसका रीजन ये हो सकता है कि वो ज्यादा रिस्क ले रहा है। तो दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट हियर। ठीक है, चले आगे। चलो आगे चलने से पहले एक एक छोटा सा एक्सरसाइज है। ठीक है, मेरे पास एक स्टॉक टिप है। ठीक है, से मैं बताना नहीं चाहता पर चलो ठीक है, मेरे पास एक स्टॉक टिप है। यदि आप मंडे को इन्वेस्ट करते हो विद इन नेक्स्ट 3 months, 3 महीने में यहाँ से, ठीक है, ऑन अ सेफर साइड में बोल रहा हूँ, वैसे तो दिसंबर एंड तक यू विल मेक 100 से सीधा। अगर आप 100 रुपीज उधर इन्वेस्ट करते हो, 100 मत करना, मिनिमम 1000 रुपीज उधर इन्वेस्ट करना। अगर आप 1000 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट करते हो बाय दिसंबर एंड तक, और ऑन अ कंजर्वेटिव साइड जनवरी एंड तक, आपको 1000 रुपीज का जो है आपका 2500 रुपीज हो जाएगा। 1000 से 2500। लेट मी जस्ट पुट इट डाउन सो दैट यू हैव एन आइडिया। 1000 से 2500। ठीक है, बट ये जो है दिस इज नॉट, हाँ स्टॉक नेम बताते हैं यश, मैं आ रहा हूँ उस पर आ रहा हूँ। सो ये जो स्टॉक टिप है ये सबके लिए नहीं है। दिस विल बी गिवन ओनली टू टॉप 25 पीपल हु कमेंट कि मेरे को चाहिए। जस्ट राइट डाउन क्विकली कि I need it. I need it. That's all you need to write. I need it. ठीक है, I want it. I need it. फटाफट। Top 25 only. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need it. I want it. जो भी है, फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट। Moderator will also help me keep a track of who's asking, so that later on we can send these things to these tips to all the people who have it. Okay, I think we have had 25. हो गया क्या? I think yes. बस that's it, closed. ठीक है, anybody else? Just last one chance, one more person, just one more person. I'm giving you just one more chance. Anybody? Just last 1000 से 2500, that's all. And minimum 1000 rupees you have to invest, obviously उसके कम में कुछ होगा नहीं. Anybody? I'm closed. Okay. So ये जो अभी हमने किया ये था एक स्टॉक टिप, तड़कता भड़कता स्टॉक टिप, और यही स्टॉक टिप है मार्केट में पैसा कमाने का सबसे आसान तरीका। यदि आप इस तरह के स्टॉक टिप्स लेते हैं रैंडमली, जो अगर आते रहते हैं, क्योंकि मोबाइल पे अक्सर यू गेट दीज मैसेजेस, ये खरीदिए, ये बेचिए, इतने में खरीदिए, इतने में बेचिए, these kind of stock tips, या आपके फ्रेंड कोई बताते हैं इस तरह से, who may not have that kind of a knowledge about the markets. सो इस तरह के स्टॉक टिप्स पे जब हम रिलाई करते हैं वहां पर सबसे ज्यादा पैसे का नुकसान होता है. So be very careful in terms of what you are looking at. So all those people who said I need it, I want it, I appreciate that. Unfortunately, obviously, we will not be sending any stock tips because इस तरह का कोई stock tip है नहीं यहाँ पर. क्यों? क्योंकि जो ये get rich quick वाला schemes रहता है, ये ज़्यादातर most of them when they sound too good to be true, they usually are. मतलब जहाँ पे आपको लग रहा है कि यार कुछ ज़्यादा ही अच्छा स्कीम है, तो समझ लो कुछ ना कुछ गोलमाल है. So that is how this entire thing is structured. So be very, very careful. So पैसा कमाना नहीं कमाना is a secondary thing, पर at least जितना पैसा है उसको गवाना मत. So वो बहुत important है. Got it? Perfect lesson so far. ठीक है. और जिन लोगों ने आज you trust me, thank you very much for that. But all the same, my idea is very simple. इस तरह का एक्सरसाइज करने का लॉजिक यही था कि आप ऐसा गलती कभी आगे नहीं करिए और इस तरह से आपका आगे जाके नुकसान होने से बच सकता है. ठीक है, परफेक्ट. चलो देन विल स्टार्ट. आगे जाते हैं. एक्सआईआर मेथोडोलॉजी में क्या है? एक्सआईआर मेथोडोलॉजी में वी आल्सो इंक्लूड ऑल डिविडेंड्स एंड सो दैट इज आल्सो इंक्लूडेड. Yes, we will come to that. अभी आएगा पूरा आगे. We have a separate segment on how to decide your investments. We will come to that. This is not the end अभी तक. ठीक है, we'll come to that quickly. This is the last part जो main है हमारा, which is financial planning. Financial planning के अंदर क्या आता है? Financial planning के अंदर we talk about financial position sheet. ये क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि आपका इनकम और एक्सपेंसेस का आप एक ट्रैकिंग बनाते हैं कि कितना आपका इनकम है, कितना एक्सपेंसेस है आज की डेट पर. फिर आप लायबिलिटीज असेट्स देखते हैं कि आपके पास क्या क्या है और आपको क्या क्या देना है लोगों को. जो जो आपको देना है वो इस साइड आ जाएगा, जो जो आपके पास है वो इस साइड आ जाएगा. ये शीट एक शुरुआत है. यहाँ से आप आगे जाकर बता सकते हैं कि किस तरह से अपने को प्लानिंग करना है. ठीक है, आप यहाँ खड़े हैं, यहाँ से आपको ड्रीम्स एम्बिशन तक जाना. इसके बीच का जो रास्ता है ये कैसे ट्रैवल होगा? ये ट्रैवल होगा फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग के थ्रू. फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग क्या होता है? फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग कब कितना चाहिए और वो पैसा उस समय अवेलेबल हो, ये इंश्योर करना आज के डेट में वो फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट है. ठीक है, डिफाइनिंग एंड प्रायोरिटाइजिंग गोल्स, अंडरस्टैंडिंग रिस्क एंड हाउ टू allocate investments. So yes, your part would be covered in third part of this. या सो आपको कितने के लिए? इज इट ऑडिबल नाउ? परफेक्ट. ठीक है, सो 50 लाख का घर आपका 60 लाख का हो रहा है, तो आपको प्लान कितने के लिए करना है? 50 के लिए या 60 के लिए? उस समय आपको घर खरीदने के लिए कितना चाहिए? 50 या 60?
Sir, you're on mute.
I'm on mute.
Yeah.
Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I am. Thank you very much. Perfect. ठीक है, सो आपको 50 लाख का अगर घर खरीदना है 5 साल बाद, तो आपको 50 चाहिए या 60 चाहिए? व्हाट डू यू नीड? 50 और 60? 60 lakhs, 60 lakhs. हाँ, so we need 60 lakhs. So be very careful. जब भी आप फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग करेंगे, इन्फ्लेशन को हमेशा टेक इनटू अकाउंट करना है. ठीक है, so that's one. These are different kind of goals: education, wedding, car, house, vacation, retirement. अलग अलग तरीके के गोल्स हैं कि हम जिस जिस पर पैसा डाल सकते हैं. उसमें से अगर हम थोड़ा सा प्रायोरिटाइजिंग की बात करते हैं, सबसे पहला प्रायोरिटी, अगर आपके पास पैसा है, आपको किस चीज पे पैसा रखना है? तो पहला चीज है इमरजेंसी फंड बनाइए. क्या होता है इमरजेंसी फंड? थोड़ा सा कुछ इमरजेंसी कल को आता है, ऊपर नीचे कुछ सिनेरियो होता है, उसके लिए आप पैसा रखते हैं. जनरली 3 से 6 महीने का जो आपका खर्चा है उसके लिए आप पैसा साइड में रखते हैं. ये पैसा सेफ रखेंगे, इसमें कमाने का हमारे को लालच नहीं करना है. सो दिस कुड बी इन योर सेविंग्स अकाउंट. ये किसके लिए काम आएगा? यदि कल को जरूरत पड़ती है कोई चीज की, कुछ अचानक से आता है, कोई पर्टिकुलर इवेंट जो आप भूल गए, किसी को गिफ्ट देना था, किसी का बर्थडे था, उस तरह का चीज. So that is where this kind of a thing comes in handy. Next आता है health and life insurance. For those who don't have this thing, this is another important aspect. क्यों? क्योंकि इससे आपको प्रोटेक्शन सेफ्टी मिलता है. अगर कुछ हो जाता है कल को हेल्थ में या लाइफ में, तो हॉस्पिटल का खर्चा इन केस ऑफ हेल्थ एंड लाइफ में, अगर इन केस यू नो मोर. So what about people who are dependent on you? So while this seminar is more for students as of now, majority of you would be students, but कल को जब आप पैसे कमाना शुरू करते हैं, you have a family to support, then in that case what? So this life insurance part is very very important. ठीक है. थर्ड आता है पे ऑफ डेट. आपका जितना भी अभी कर्जा है, यदि तो कर्जा उतारना सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आप उसको टाइम पर नहीं देते हैं या उसमें आप डिले करते हैं, तो उस पर आपको काफी हाई इंटरेस्ट रेट लगता है. स्पेसिफिकली जैसे क्रेडिट कार्ड पे एक इंटरेस्ट ऑन इंटरेस्ट वाला केस अभी काफी सुप्रीम कोर्ट वगैरह में भी चल रहा है कि यदि आपने पैसा टाइम पर नहीं दिया तो उस पर आपको इंटरेस्ट तो लग ही रहा है. जो आपने इंटरेस्ट भी अगर टाइम पर नहीं दिया है तो उसके ऊपर भी आपको इंटरेस्ट लग रहा है. सो कंपाउंडिंग आपके अगेंस्ट वर्क करती है. पर देन रिटायरमेंट, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. क्यों? क्योंकि दिस इज सर्टेन. इसके अलावा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है कि रिटायरमेंट तो होगा ही होगा. ठीक है. एंड देयर आर पैरामीटर्स लाइक व्हेन एंड हाउ मच, कि कब कितना पैसा चाहिए. सो रिटायरमेंट इज अनदर थिंग व्हिच यू रियली रियली नीड टू प्लान फॉर. इसमें आपको देखना है कब आप रिटायर होने वाले हैं, उसमें आपको कितना पैसा चाहिए और बाकी गोल्स जो भी. सो दिस इज जनरली व्हाट द आइडिया इज. सो जब आप बोलते हैं मेरे को इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे प्लान करना है, सो दिस इज हाउ दैट थिंग शुड बी डन. सो that's majorly it from my side in terms of content. Any questions so far? Any questions, guys? You all clear? All clear? Okay. So I'm going to announce something special for this particular batch. You guys have been super participative. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have this course, okay, where you get a LinkedIn shareable certificate, which is kind of based on similar content which we discussed today. Okay. So I'm going to allow all the participants who have registered for this particular conclave event to get free access to that. You can go through the videos, answer the questions. Once you answer the questions correctly, you get a chance to, like, obviously once you answer all the questions correctly, there is a particular threshold, 80%. So once you get that, you get a certificate which you can then share on LinkedIn also. Plus, more important than the certificate is you get a basic idea of how this financial planning thing is to be done. So we'll also share. Nancy, if you can just help with the link on that of the course. So that is there for you in the chat box. So you can
Sure,
just...
sir, sure. 1 second.
Sure. So that is going to be shared in the chat box. So you can just copy that, save that for future. Meanwhile, while that is being done, I'll just quickly revise through the concepts which we have discussed so far, and then we'll take it forward if anything. हमने बात की पैसा कहाँ से आया. पैसा 5 जगहों से आ रहा है: सैलरी, बिजनेस, रेंटल, इन्वेस्टमेंट. इनमें से हमने बात किया कुछ फिक्स हैं, कुछ वेरिएबल हैं, कुछ एक्टिव सोर्सेज हैं, कुछ पैसिव सोर्सेज हैं. सो ये पूरा का पूरा पैसा कहाँ से आ रहा है वाला पार्ट हो गया. सेकेंड, हमने इन्फ्लेशन की बात की, क्योंकि इन्फ्लेशन है इसलिए हमें सेविंग से इन्वेस्टमेंट की तरफ आने की जरूरत है. फिर हमने बात की अलग अलग टाइप के असेट्स कौन से होते हैं, जिसमें हमने फाइनेंशियल असेट्स की बात की, फिजिकल की बात की. पैसा कहाँ डालना है, थोड़ा थोड़ा दोनों में डालना है. सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. देन होल्डिंग पीरियड रिटर्न्स की बात की, एब्सोल्यूट, सिंपल एनालाइज, कंपाउंड एनालाइज. सो ये अलग अलग तरीके के हैं. ये कब काम आएंगे आपको? ये काम आएंगे आपको जब आपको कोई भी इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोडक्ट इवैल्यूएट करना है. फिर हमने एक्सआईआरआर रिटर्न्स की भी बात की कि एक्सआईआरआर रिटर्न्स में क्या फिट होता है. इसमें हम एनुअलाइजेशन करके एवरेजिंग करके दिखाते हैं. फिर फाइनेंशियल गोल्स की हमने लास्ट में बात की, जिसमें हमने बोला अलग अलग टाइप के क्या फाइनेंशियल गोल्स हैं, किसको पहले प्रायोरिटी देना है और किस हिसाब से हम लोगों को मैनेज करना है. सो दैट्स इट फ्रॉम माय एंड. द लिंक इज ऑलरेडी देयर. होप यू गाइज enjoyed the session and this was insightful for you all. Any questions if you have, you can just ask right away or put it in the comments, or alternatively we have this email ID also where you can just put your questions. However, no stock specific queries will be answered. So other than that, yeah, basic concepts of finance or general understandings that I can definitely help you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we have one question: how does one get financial independence? So almost the idea behind that is to work on passive income sources, ऐसे sources जहाँ पर आपको regularly काम नहीं करना पड़े और पैसा आता रहे. So जिसमें हमने already बात किया है investment side पे, rental side पे. So इस तरह के sources आपके जितने ज़्यादा होंगे उतना अच्छा है. या फिर दूसरा तरीका ये है, अच्छा investment balance इकट्ठा कीजिए, अच्छा कमाइए, put it in something, and copyrights. Royalty on copyrights is there if you're asking from that perspective. So that is there. Okay. So basic idea है कि कहीं से भी जहाँ पे आपको regular inflow आता है without you going out and working every day is what leads to financial independence. Any other questions?
There's no question in the chat box, so we'll proceed. Over to you, Richa.
Thank you, Ravani. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for spending your fruitful time with us. We hope to interact with you in the future. I would also like to thank all the audience who made this event a success. I hope they all have much gained something from this interactive session. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. It was quite a pleasure to be here and interacting with you guys. Thanks a lot. So we'll conclude the session now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Darren, we have a second speaker there.
Yes.
Over to you, Palak.
I would like to introduce our second speaker for the day, Mr. Rishabh Singh. He has done brand management from the University of London and 2 intensive courses from the University of Pennsylvania. He was also a campus ambassador for IIM Indore, IIM Bangalore, and IIT Delhi. He has worked with Harvard scholars and IIM graduates and also got his leadership lessons from a TEDx speaker. He is the co-organizer of TEDx Juhu and is associated with multiple startups. He was also selected for the International Youth Leadership Conference at Dubai and Malaysia 2020. And recently, he has also started his own talk show called Ignition Talk. He also works as a freelancer and helps people to build their personal brand on LinkedIn. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for giving such a wonderful introduction. So basically, let me introduce myself again. So my name is Rishabh Singh, and right now, by profession, I'm an engineer, but I'm a pioneer who loves exploring and who loves exploring and experiment. So basically, I'm into personal branding. Previously, I was a TEDx co-organizer. I was a Harvard delegate. My application got selected for the international youth leadership conference at Malaysia and Dubai, which is basically ruined because of this COVID-19. So I can't go over there. And previously, I've mentored a lot of startups in their ideation plan. And also, I was a campus ambassador for IIT Delhi. I'm Bangalore. I'm Indore as well. And I'm not a nerd. During my school days, under 14, under 17, under 19, I was a chess champ. Under 17, under 19, I was a football champ. So yeah, this is all about me. And that's it. Let's start with the session because I know you had tons of value in my in the presentation which I'm planning to show. And so let's start with that. Yeah. So guys, let me tell you, I would like to keep this session interactive. Okay. So let's keep it interactive. Whenever I ask you some questions, so make sure you participate in it. Okay. So that is the one thing which this is one small request from my side, that just stay active and be just participate in the entire session. So I'll start with my favorite quote. That is, the best adventure comes from traveling outside of your comfort zone. So why I'm telling you this, because traveling out of your comfort zone is super important when it comes to freelancing, personal branding, or pursuing your passion. Okay, your main goal should be your happiness, not your money. Money is a goal. Money is necessary, but your happiness and your passion, that should be your main goal. Okay, so that's why you have to travel out of your comfort zone to do that. So yeah, this is my introduction, which I've already given. Founder of Ignition Talk, that I'll be explaining you later about this session. And yeah, helping brands to create value. Next page. So what is freelancing? So just giving you a thought, because freelancing is pretty much deeper thing. So here, what I want you to focus is where you can start how you can start working independently. That is important. Okay. So in freelancing, you don't need any kind of experience. You can just start from the scratch, and it's just about your skill, how you dominate your skills and how you showcase that. So that is one thing which is super important. So yeah, definition of freelancing is like a freelancing or worker is a term commonly used for a person who is self-employed, basically an entrepreneur who is committed with who don't basically get into job. He or she is independent to work whatever they want. So the keynote is like not to constrict by contractual agreement. And so basically you have the freedom, you have a right. So whenever you want to work, you can work, and what kind of, whenever you want to work, what kind of hours you want to charge. So it depends upon you. Okay, so it depends upon you how you want to take it forward. So that's why freelancing gives you that independency. Okay, there you are not surrounded by a job. So that's why freelancing gives you a freedom, and it also gives you a freedom to enhance your skills and work on your skills where your interest lies the most. Next slide. So difference between freelance and self-employed. So can you just zoom, because I'm not sure whether everyone can see the the difference, because the difference is very, very important. So if I talk about difference, then freelancing takes a variety of tasks at one single time. Okay? So it takes variety of tasks at one single time. And here you are fixed with the job where there is a boss to to help to assist you or to tell you what kind of work you are. Here you are your own boss. Okay, so you have this kind of a freedom during freelancing. So giving you an example, working on digital marketing or working on other stuff on which you like the most. It can be writing, it can be video editing, because video editing is also a freelancing skill which is very much heavily required during this era. Okay, and here you are associated with a company, with XYZ company, where you are working for them. So that's why freelancing gives you the freedom. So just giving you a difference. What is the difference between freelancing and self-employed, or how you basically take it forward? So yeah, scroll down. Yeah, so freelancing jobs are not always available, and having a niche skill is important. So you have to focus on your skills, like a specific skills where you want to start your working, or from which segment you basically want to start. So it can be started by anything. You don't have to give any XYZ interview, etc., etc. It's all about your independency. So that's why freelancing is pretty much preferred. I'll show you the stats why nowadays freelancing is pretty much ranking, because it gives you the financial freedom, and it also basically 80% of people don't like what they do. So 80% of people are those kind of people who don't like their work, and most of them are from corporates. But mostly whoever is doing freelancing, they like their work because they are focusing on their skills. That's why they are getting paid jobs, paid clients, and etc., etc. So yeah, so that's why it is super important to focus on the particular niche so that you can work on it. Next slide. So here I want to tell you where do freelancers. So why I'm telling you this, because you don't have your mindset should be pretty much open when it comes to working on that. You don't have to buy any expensive office or etc. As you can see, 86% people work from home. So basically, during this pandemic, freelancing works are increased. So yeah, that's one thing. And then client offices, co-working, etc. Majority of people are starting their work from home. So eventually, you are sitting here. You just have to focus on one or two particular skill in which you are good, Just start advertising, make some projects, and then you can build your portfolio according to that. You can act. So that's why it is very, very important to have that kind of a grip on your skill. Next slide. Next slide. Guys, next slide. Awesome. So yeah, so here is basically a statistical data which I want you to focus. So yeah, so 56% of 56.7 million Americans are freelancers this year. Uh, the previous slide. Yeah, awesome. So nowadays, like almost Americans, 56.7 million Americans are working as a freelancer. So there in America, people like their freedom. That's why they're working on freelancing, because they have this kind of an independency. The entrepreneurship, basically the hub of entrepreneurs is basically America, US, etc., etc. So these are the foreign countries who are focusing on freelancing, and more nowadays, more people are joining freelancing because they want the happiness. Okay, so their main focus is happiness, how they can connect with their work. So that's why it is very, very important to understand what is your skill, how you can drive it to your passion, through which you can make money out of it. Okay, so that's why it is very, very important. As you can see, there are tons of statistics which are already mentioned. If you want, you can take a screenshot of it so that you have this track record, about all these things. Next slide. Yeah. So average age of freelancers are 18 to 24. So as you can see, there are tons of teenagers like us who are starting with freelancing at very young age. And 25 to 34, 48 or 48%, these guys are eventually who work for corporates, and then they realize that they don't want to work for corporates, they want to work for themselves, they want to be their own boss. So that's why when it comes to 25 to age of 25 to 34, they have pretty much corporate experience, and then that's how they start their freelancing work. So initially you can start with 18 to 24. There is no eligibility as such that you have to have that XYZ qualification. It's about your skill. It's all about your skills, how you enhance your skills or how you work on that. So from there you can start. Okay, so it is very, very easy when it comes to freelancing. It just, you have to be very smart how you communicate, how you network with the right people, or how you can seek the guidance, because mentors are also important. If you get mentors, and eventually they will help you to shape your freelancing careers. Yeah, next slide. So what are the types of freelancing? So here I would love to know what are the type of freelancing you can suggest in the comments. So just type in the comments, what are the types of freelancings? Guys, let's keep it interactive. Coach, yeah, awesome guys. Awesome. Coach is one thing. What else? Content writing is one thing. PR, yeah. Marketing, finance, yeah. Come on. I want answers from you. Please don't be dead. Yeah, artists, yeah. Great. Marketing, yes, yeah, absolutely. Marketing is one thing. Photography, financing, great guys, great. That's what I want. I want a heavy interaction from you guys. I know you have already attended the one session, which is like 1.5 hours, half hours duration tha. But now let's focus on this. Trust me, it's gonna be amazing. One of the amazing sessions. I'm talking about freelancing. I'm talking about how you can start with it, how you can discover your passion. That I'll be coming in the latest. Bookkeeping, absolutely. Video editing, yeah, great. So video editing is a skill which is basically, it is a kind of a skill which is right now very, very much popular. Video editing, content writing, because content making, and there are tons of people who are making content and they need you guys. Okay, so once you start all these things, trust me, you can work for yourself. You don't have to go for a job and XYZ. And eventually, once you also land up for a job, you will get pretty good job, because you have this thing of freelancing where you can show that you are a freelancer. Okay, so it's not about only that you should go for internship XYZ, you can simply go and learn course, or do tons of courses which are absolutely free. If you know how to research, you can get tons of free courses regarding everything. It can be video editing, it can be marketing, it can be finance, it can be content writing, etc., etc. So next slide, please. So on my next slide, I'm going to talk about top 20 highest paying freelancing skills by hour. Okay, so can you just zoom so that even people can see? So here, what I suggest that you can take a screenshot, or you can know exactly what are the things where the what are the top highest freelancing paying skills. So basically, these all are very demanding skills. As I can tell you, that patent law, voice acting, Ruby programming. So all these things are important. Okay, voice acting is like where you can translate English language to Hindi, or Hindi to some XYZ, your Indian language basically. It can be any language, or basically from English to Spanish, English to French. So all these things are very, very important. Okay, so investment research, network administration, statistical analysis, etc., etc. So yeah, can you just scroll down, because top 10 is can be clearly shown but not top 20. Yeah, so all these things are super important. Internet security, cybersecurity is pretty much popular because everything is going digital, so that's why focusing on cybersecurity is also important. If you're a hacker, if you know how to secure those data from the hackers, then trust me, you are in the demand, guys. Okay, so start from the small, and trust me, you will do wonders. Okay, it's all about how you take your communication skills and how you mold it in such a way that you that is aligned with your skills, so that you can impress your potential clients, or how you showcase your talent. So that's all you need. Okay, so freelancing is not that difficult as people say, but trust me, if you have a pretty good grip on your communication skills on one particular skill, trust me, you are going to nail it. Okay, so these are the top 20. That's why I wanted to tell you, because if this 20 skills are in your mind, then trust me, you can nail it. But focus on the skills. Okay, enhance your skills. That's why it is important. Next slide. If you don't know what to do, I'll tell you how you can discover your passion. So these are the top 5. I mean, there are more than top 5 basically. So these are the top 5 freelancing. I mean, it's not top 5 actually, it is more than 7 or 8. So Fiverr, Upwork, iFreelancing, Freelancer. So all these specific websites are there through which you can start your freelancing career, and also LinkedIn, which I'm going to talk about later, because I have a pretty good grip on LinkedIn. From there, you get tons of leads as well. So LinkedIn is pretty underrated when it comes to freelancing, because right now it is booming and not everyone is knowing. So how many of you guys are using LinkedIn from daily purpose? Just type yes or no whether you are using it or not. LinkedIn. Yes, great, Racha. Awesome. No, okay. Yes. I just want to see how many of you guys know about LinkedIn. Using, but not for a daily purpose. Okay, no issues. Yes. What about others? Do you know about LinkedIn? Yes or no? Just can you type? Just let me know about whether you guys know. Okay, no. Okay, that's strange. Job profile. Yes. Okay, there are pretty much people who know about LinkedIn, and there are few people who don't know about LinkedIn. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. So basically, LinkedIn is a Facebook or Instagram for professional network. Okay, it is a social media like Facebook and Instagram, but it is only for professional network, where you do tons of networking with pretty good experienced people who are from different XYZ companies, who have pretty much good experience, like 10-20 years experience. From uh, there you will find all these kind of guys, because on Instagram, on Facebook, you won't be able to find all these things, but literally on LinkedIn you can search them. You can search the designation, you can search the company, and you can simply go and connect with them, and you can seek their identity. Trust me, LinkedIn people are pretty much like-minded, and they love to communicate, they love to give advice. These experienced guys, I'll tell you in the later stages how I started my Ignition talk and how LinkedIn helped me to grow and to build my personal branding. Next slide. So how to list your freelancing work experience on resume. So that is also super important when it comes to all these things. Just give me a sec. Yeah. So yeah, add contact info and availability, because there should be something. You can't give your Instagram or Facebook account. So it should be very professional when it comes to your freelancing and stuff, because you need to show that their professionality. They don't ask you that whether you have worked for XYZ company. They will definitely ask you what kind of skills you have and what kind of experience you have, or what kind of clients you have worked before. So all these things are very, very important. So this is the list which you have to focus while making your freelancing work experience resume. Okay, so you can just take a screenshot again, so that you keep this in the mind, and that's how it goes. So let me know once you take this screenshot. Then I'll proceed to my next slide, where I'm going to talk about the checklist of freelancing. So I have this thing, a checklist of freelancing things, where there are a few things which you have to focus while starting a freelancing career. So let me know if you want that freelancing checklist. Just type in the comments bingo, and then I'll share my that slide with you. Just type bingo in the comments, and then I'll proceed to my next slide. Bingo, not B. Yeah, great. Awesome. Great. That kind of interaction I want from you guys. Okay. There are around 70 people, if I'm not wrong. Let me check, because right now, 58 people, no problem. So yeah. So let's proceed to my next slide. Awesome, Sakshi. Yeah. Okay. After that, this is the free. After this slide, the checklist is there, but you have to start with the positive affirmation, because this is something where you build your mentality. Okay, where you tell your subconscious mind that you can focus on these things. Okay, so that's why these are the few lines which you need to say to yourself, so that you build the confidence. And if you want to stand out different, then obviously you need to start practice affirmations. If you talk about top 100 billionaires, millionaires, etc., they have a positive affirmations. They practice positive affirmations. So it can be related to their work, related to their business. So when it comes to freelancing, I'm just giving you an example. You can make accordingly. Okay, you don't have to simply copy, but just giving you an idea how affirmations look like. So in your mind, you talk about all these things so that you develop the positivity, you develop the positive mindset, which is very, very important. Otherwise, whenever you start something new, there are tons of people who are going to who will not support you. Initially, they will not support you. Initially, they will not root for you. So that's why it is important to be your own friend, and to make yourself understand that you are capable of doing whatever you want. Okay, it can be freelancing, it can be anything regarding a passion and stuff. So that's why I'm talking about freelancing, because these things are practiced by top 100 billionaires, millionaires. Trust me, guys. If you see their documentaries, if you see their books or interviews, somewhere they have talked about affirmations. So affirmation is pretty much effective when it comes to all these things. So yeah, next slide. I hope you got the meaning of affirmations. Just let me know in the comments whether you know about the affirmations or not. Like, have you got the exact idea? Just type yes if you have got the idea what I'm talking about. Great, awesome. So yeah, guys, this is a checklist which you can take a screenshot. So exactly you understand what are the things which you need to mark, which you need to do. Okay, so this is a checklist which I'm trying to give you, so that at least make sure that you have completed this checklist at least 70%, so that you get the idea what you need to do and what you have to. Don't overthink, start executing, because once you start this journey, you will get to know a lot of things when it comes to freelancing. So just scroll this slide so that they can take a full screenshot of this page. Just a little bit scroll this slide, so that at least they know the mark. Yeah. I hope this is visible to you guys. Just let me know once the screenshot is done so that we can proceed to next slide. Awesome. 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 I know there are few people who are seeing me from YouTube. Definitely, the YouTube comments are pretty much disabled, so I won't be able to interact with you guys. So my apology, but trust me, if you have any doubts, anything, you can just approach me on LinkedIn. That is, you can approach me on LinkedIn. So yeah, anything is there, just let me know. I'll send you my presentation as well. Sorry for people who are attending from YouTube because I won't be able to interact much because right now I'm from Zoom and the comments are disabled on YouTube. So just apology from my side for my YouTube viewers. Next slide. So yeah, so this is the second part of the this thing checklist. So let me know once you are done with the screenshot, then definitely we can proceed further and have tons of interesting stuff to talk about. Like I'll be going deeper in personal branding. I'll be going deeper because now you have got the idea what kind of what is freelancing and what kind of what is the importance of freelancing. But how you will discover it, what kind of skills on which you can work, how you can discover it, what kind of work you want to do, how to discover yourself. So that is my main agenda because I want to get into this thing in a very deeper way, so that I can give you a hint on how you can start your personal branding or how you can start your working on your skills, because that is very, very important, right? So that's why I'm focusing on personal branding as well, and how to discover your passion, how to discover what you love. That is very, very important, right? So just let me know whether you want to know about this or I'll stop the presentation. Just type bingo if you want to proceed to my next slides, where I'll be talking about how to chase your passion and how to discover your hobbies, where you want to go ahead. Basically you want to be that 20% of the world which love their work. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So this is my way. Basically, I don't tell people to type yes in the comments. So I tell them to type bingo, okay, or boom. Yeah, great, awesome. So yeah, great, guys. That kind of interaction I want from you. I hope you guys are enjoying this. And yeah, next slide. So why personal branding? Okay, so right now I also want to focus on personal branding because freelancing is connected with personal branding. Because if you want to, there are tons of people, guys, who are doing this freelancing stuff and all. But if you want to stand out, then personal branding is the way to do it. Okay, so why personal branding is important? I have given you one hint to build the credibility for yourself in terms of freelancing, in terms of whatever you love, whatever you want to do. So what are the other things which you think by personal branding? So, why personal branding is needed to build the credibility? What other things you can add? Just let me know in the comments. Just type in the comments and let me know what are the other things you can add in this. I've already given you the hint to build the credibility. What else you gonna add in this? Come on, guys, type in the comments. I want interaction from your side as well. Okay. Communication, yeah, exactly. Communication is needed. What about others, guys? Come on. Why you need personal brand, on what kind of things you can do. So that's why I wanted to focus on this, to build the credibility. What else? Leadership quality. Excellent. Leadership qualities are much needed when it comes to personal branding, and this is how you can influence the community around you. Come on, guys. I can't see that energy, so you have to type or else I won't be proceeding to my next slide. So go ahead and type in the comments. Social proof, yeah, somewhere. Knowing people's thought, yeah. Okay. Let me give you some more example, so that you will get the clarity about the personal branding. Next slide. So key advantage, basically. So giving you more hints about this. So what is the key advantage of building personal branding? Input, trust, build communication, gain in confidence. Because once you have this confidence, trust me, you can crack anything. Builds credibility, having that authenticity. Once you have this authenticity, once you have this kind of a credibility, trust me, you will nail it. I'm telling you, you will nail this personal branding. So all these things are important, because when your personal branding is up, trust me, whenever you start anything, people are going to support you. There are tons of people who are going to help you. So when you start your personal branding, it is very, very important to know what kind of facts and what kind of things are the key advantages. So because that's how you will be able to define your purpose, why you want to start. Okay, why you want to start with the personal branding. So that is very, very important. What other key advantage you can add? Now I have given at least 5 hints. So can I know more about it from your side? At least 10 comments, please, guys. Let's keep it interacting. Let's keep the interaction on. What are the other key advantages? 10 comments, guys. Come on. Itna to kar sakte ho. Not a single one. Come on. Getting knowledge. Amazing. What will be thoughts? Okay, great. At least 2 लोगों ने बोला. What about others, guys? Are you sleeping? Come on. Experience building a community. Great. Great, Jasmine. Great. Experience. Yeah. Experience. Interesting. Networking. Great. Great. Yeah. I'm seeing there are few people who are only going the like who are already typing. Come on, I want a full interaction. Let's keep it engaging. That's what I want. I don't want this kind of a boring webinar where I speak and you don't have that interaction. So that's why I'm trying my best to keep it engaging. So make sure you also do the same thing. Okay. Next slide. So giving you few stats so that you can understand the importance of personal branding, which is super important. So 77% of branding thinks that having an online community improves the brand awareness, talking and interacting with new people with a variety of features. Excellent, Rohini. Amazing point. 77% of brands think that having an online community improves brand awareness and credibility. Exactly. So once you have this kind of a online presence, once you know how to influence the people, trust me, you can do wonders. That's how your collaboration comes. That's how you will be able to get paid out of it. Okay. So that's why I'm focusing on personal branding, and somewhere down the lane, you start your freelancing career as well during this personal branding, because personal branding is unique concept, which not everyone is focusing when it comes to freelancing. There are tons of concepts which talks about uh, freelancing, XYZ hacks, XYZ, blah blah blah, all that things. But why I want to connect this with the personal branding? Because there you will enjoy the process. There you will, trust me, you will enjoy the process. The way you influence, the way you interact with the people, the way you passionately pursue your career. Okay, so all these things are important when it comes to personal branding. Not every freelancer can do personal branding, but once you connect your personal branding with the help of freelancing, you will do wonders. Trust me, you will do wonders. Next slide. So 99% of buyers trust personal recommendation versus only 33% of buyer customers trust company message. So company message, everyone is going to tell that, you should buy this duster, or you should buy this, what is this? Yeah. Cover. My mobile cover, basically, or you should buy this earphones. So every company is going to tell that you can recommend every company will are going to recommend their products. Okay, so when it comes to personal branding, so people trust your personal recommendations. Okay, once you have this kind of once you start giving back to the community, once you start sharing your knowledge, you build the community around you, you influence people around you. So that's why it is super important when it comes to all these things. Why I'm talking about all these aspects? Because you should understand the importance of personal branding. That will ignite you to build your personal brand. Okay, so it is super easy. You don't have to focus much about. You don't have to overthink. So that's why I'm focusing on all these aspects. So that helps you to connect with the purpose. Okay, next slide. So how many of you know Gary Vaynerchuk? Just let me know if you know, yes or no, if you know Gary Vaynerchuk or not. If you know Gary Vaynerchuk, just type bingo, or if you don't know, just type no. Then I'll tell you who is he. No. Okay. Awesome. Yasmin. Yeah. Great. No. crazy, guys. When it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to personal branding, trust me, he is gem. He is a gem. He is my ideal, Gary Vaynerchuk. So basically, he has built his personal branding so well on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or on YouTube. Everywhere he is there. Okay, so search Gary V. You will get his Instagram account. He has around 8 million following, and so basically, he started a YouTube blog show where he used to taste wines. Okay, and he used to give the reviews about it. Giving you an example, I have 4 to 5 earphones. Okay, so I'm talking about this. I'm giving you the different reviews. So he started back then in 2009. I mean, 2000 when nobody was doing. So he at that time from the beginning itself he was focusing on personal branding. And after 4 to 5 years of hustling, so he signed a 10 book deal with Harper Studio. It is one of the most reputed studio when it comes to all this kind of publishing. So from there, 1 million of sales, 1 million of sales he has done for his first book. Can you imagine how much impact it creates when it comes to personal branding? So from there, he was able to collaborate with those kind of a people, and that's how he was able to start with. That's why he was able to publish his own book, and the sales and the profit was crushing. As I said, there's over 1 million of sale on his book and on his revenue. So he's one of the most successful marketers in the world, as has a huge following. That's what I told you. My inspiration. So he's the one who I imagine he's my mentor, and that's how I'm able to. I've learned a lot of things from him. So basically, when it comes to personal branding or anything, you can learn a lot of things from your ideal. Okay, so focus on all these things. If you have to, guys, you have to follow Gary Vaynerchuk. Come on, he will talk about tons of things. We'll talk about how you can pursue a passion, how you can basically pursue your passion or happiness. So yeah, that's it. And secondly, basically, he's a in he's a Sandeep Maheshwari of US or of the entire world. Basically, Sandeep Maheshwari, he talks about all these things about psychology part, about personal brand, about not about personal, about life goals and all that stuff. So basically, Gary Vaynerchuk also does the same thing, but he talks in English and all that stuff. So basically, Sandeep Maheshwari, he is also one of my ideals जिनको मैं काफी follow करता हूँ, and Gary Vaynerchuk is also one. So make sure you follow all these guys, because trust me, Gary Vaynerchuk is crushing when it comes to personal branding. He's going to teach you a lot of things when it comes to all these things. So make sure you do follow him. Next slide. So how you can build your personal brand? Okay, so here I'm going to talk about how you can discover your passion, how you can discover your skill in which what you love and what you want to do. Because not everyone knows that they have to do. Because as a coming from the engineer background, I was good with my technical stuff, but basically I don't wanted to get into all these things. So that's why I started something else. I wanted to be a marketer. I wanted to be pretty good with the strategy part. So basically I was not into technical, I was into non-technical parts, where comes the marketing, where comes building brand visibility, etc., etc. So that's why it is important to understand this thing, because I don't want that whatever mistakes I have done, you guys do the same thing. So that's why I want to give you a pretty good perspective on this, so you can align your skills or passion on which you want to work. So how you see yourself and how others see you. So that is a combination of personal brand. From this, I'm going to get into more deeper stuff so that you can know about how you can enhance your personal branding. So just let me know in the comments whether you want to know more about personal branding, like getting into more deeper stuff so that you understand where your personal brand lies. So comment bingo again my favorite word, so that I can proceed to my next slide. And I'll be more than happy to share all the hacks so that you can start with your personal branding. Shika, great Manav, great Roshni. What about others, guys? There are around 50 people. Yeah, great. Kajal, yeah. Abhishek, great. Durgesh, yeah. Come on, I want active participation from all of you, okay? So make sure next time, whenever I ask something, I get double comments. Nancy, great. Kalyani, great. Richa, awesome. So that kind of interaction I want from you. I'll be interacting with you in the comments, okay? Reena, Kriti, Sakshi, that kind of energy I want. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Next slide. Have a virtual clap for you for being such an interactive and lovely audience. So yeah, here is the one thing where in depth I'm trying to tell you how you can proceed it when it comes to building a brand. So what they currently think of you, and these are the three circles. Basically here, you can take a screenshot or you can try to basically you make this circle on your XYZ rough page and see XYZ rough page, and you see basically where your interests are and how you can align all these things, because your vision should be aligned with your purpose. And what are the hobbies you basically pursue, or what kind of things you do. So basically you need to align all these things when it comes to your personal brand. So this is bad and great and bad. So here you don't have to show the negative part, because from negativity you can't influence anyone. Would you like to follow someone who is negative, who talks about who talks like a trash? Would you like to follow all those people? Yeah, no, exactly, Durgesh. Yeah, Ishika, exactly. Thanks. This time I don't have to ask anything, and you guys are interacting. That's what I want. So cheers to you guys. Thank you so much. So yeah, so you have to keep this negative part aside. You have to amplify your positivity so that you can suppress the negative part. So that's how you build all these things with the help of your psychology. So that's why I'm talking about affirmation, which everyone practice. Billionaires, multimillionaires, everyone practice. So focus on affirmations as well. And yeah, next slide. And definitely later in the comments, I'll tell you where you can connect with me. It can be on Instagram, it can be on LinkedIn. So these are the two where I'm pretty much active. So I'll tell you later how you can connect with me on Instagram and LinkedIn. So brand you. Coming to my next slide, your image, your vision, your values, your vision. Okay. So all these four things are important. And what other things are important? Just type, just let me know in the comments. I would love to know what are the other things which you want to add. Because your image is super important, not your facial image, as in what kind of things you want to present. Okay. What is your vision and how you can align with your vision. Okay. So your objective and initial objective or anything can be different, but your vision should be one thing. Okay. This is your mission, and your vision should be aligned with this, because people don't buy a product. If you want to be a good seller when it comes to personal branding, anything, people buy emotion. People don't buy product. That's why Apple is super famous. Okay. That's why Apple is super famous, and that's why they sell the premium products, because of all these things. Come on, guys. This time I want your interaction. Okay. Brand you में और क्या add करोगे? Your image, your vision, your values, your vision. What other things you want to add to enhance your brand value? What are the other things that are important? Your thoughts, exactly. Amazing. Quality, great. Durgesh, Ishika, Om, dreams. Yeah, absolutely. Quality, yeah. Dreams, Kajal, exactly. Amos, combination, Kalyani, great, Kajal. Ambition, great. Awesome. Lovely interaction. Great, guys. Keep this enthusiasm so that I'll proceed to my next slide and I'll be able to talk about more. Yeah, amazing. Demlo. Yeah. Strategy. I don't know. Maybe I'm pronouncing a name in the wrong manner. Anyway, my apology. So next slide. Awesome. So Ikigai is, how many of you guys know what is Ikigai? Just let me know in the comments. So I'll be knowing exactly. It is a book, novel. Yeah, no, not novel actually. No. Okay. No issues. So Ikigai is basically a Japanese concept which talks about how you can how you can discover your passion. Okay, how you can discover your passion. It has a whole book, but obviously you can search on YouTube. Obviously you can search on Google. There you will get at least 5 to 10 minutes ka story where you can know how you can extensively focus on Ikigai and how you can discover your passion. So there is here are 4 circles. So basically what you love. So what is your mission and passion, and what are you good at? Because that is also important. Suppose I'm good at dancing, I'm good at reading, I'm good at Bing watching. Okay, Bing watching is also my hobby. I'm good at it, or I love doing that. So how I can convert it so that people can give me a money, or how I can get paid out of it. Okay, suppose if I'm reading a book, I'm a Bing watcher because there are tons of people in during this quarantine who are watching tons of series. So everyone can relate this, right? So how you can convert this into your profession? Okay, so giving you an example so that you can understand according to your passion, where your passion lies in XYZ. Okay, so if I talk about TV series, or when you start reading a book. So when you start all these things, basically, you know the idea, right? What kind of series you are talking about, and I mean, what kind of series are. So start talking about it. Start talking about it. Start talking about. Give the reviews. Give the review without spoilers and with spoilers if you want. So with spoilers, I mean. So basically, you give them a crisp detail about this particular series, because definitely, just giving you an example, whenever you go for any movies or any kind of TV series, do you focus on recommendations? Yes or no? If yes, then write bingo. Yes, Manav, great. So obviously, right, you guys focus on the recommendation. Otherwise, why would you like to waste on time on the pathetic movie which is never been seen by anyone? Okay, so you focus on all these things, yeah, right? So people focus on the recommendations. Okay, this is something strange right now, but yeah. So mostly people focus on, majority of people except Reina focus on recommendations, right? So all these things are very very important. So when it comes to recommendation, so you when you start watching different kind of TV shows, you start talking about it. So basically, you build the fan. You basically build the following. Okay, if I'm talking about XYZ product, if just giving you an example, technical guruji to sabko pata hoga, right? Or any kind of people who talk about phone reviews or any kind of a product reviews. Okay, so what they do, they basically they review the product. So similarly, if you are a binge watcher, you start reviewing movies, you start reviewing TV shows, you start talking about it. You start basically, uh, if you're a big fan of Marvel, okay. So Endgames or jab Infinity War aaya tha, so people used to give the predictions, okay. So that kind of videos were very popular. They were very popular because everyone wanted to know about what next is going to happen, what kind of prediction people are trying to, all these things. So those kind of theories people usually follow. So this is a pretty good niche oriented segment where you love watching, and that's how you can convert out of it. That's how you get paid out of it. So if I talk about any kind of a book, whether you're a reader, you can talk about after every one chapter, you can talk about what are the basic learnings you got from all these things. Or secondly, if you are watching any kind of series, it has 10 episodes or 5 episodes. So every episode you make a video, or you start predicting. I mean, you do the prediction and all that. So that's how people start following you. Give them a reason to follow. Okay, so once you all this start, maybe 1-2 years down the lane, there are people who are doing all these things consistently from 3 to 4 years, and they have a pretty good following. Mostly some foreigners ही हैं जो all करते. So they get the tickets for the premium shows. So basically, they can talk and they can talk about all these things. Okay, so they get all these things for the premium show. Maybe you will be invited to review a TV series, a normal TV series, YouTube TV series. So you talk about it. So from there you get the paid out of it. Basically, they will tell you to review our product. जैसे कि phones और इन सब के लिए YouTubers को whenever they review XYZ product or XYZ phone, they get money for that. They get money for that. When they talk about anything, they get money of it. So basically, they give the free product, or else they pay the money. Okay, they pay the money to review the product, or else they just simply give give the product. Okay, so all these things are very very important, because from there people don't understand that these are the things they can do while doing the binge watching. So if you start talking about all these things, if you start talking about the learning aspect, if you start educating your audience, what kind of movies you can watch, uh, what kind of highly recommended TV series you can watch during this pandemic, or what kind of genres you should select while watching XYZ movies or anything. So all these things are important, whether it's a movie, whether it's a book, anything. Okay. So maybe when you talk about book, new authors are going to approach you. They will tell you to read the book and to give the review. I got one collaboration where I'm going to read the book and I'm going to talk about it. So basically, the collaboration happened because of the LinkedIn, and the guy is the ex-director of HCL. So I got that this thing collaboration. So from there you get tons of collaboration. Okay, whether reviewing the movie or whether anything. So just giving you two examples so that you can relate. Whether you're into dancing, trust me, when it comes to dancing, you can kill it. When it comes to social media, everything, because dancing, song, and all these things are entertaining factor. People love all these things. So here you will be able to scale much more faster. So focus on hobbies and see how you can practice it and get paid out of it. So that's why the concept of Ikigai is very, very important. So giving you just a crisp knowledge so that you can understand this. And if you want to go more deep, it has a book, okay? Or else, if you don't want to read that, go deeply into all these things, just make sure you watch on YouTube about Ikigai. So you understand how you can proceed or how you can find your passion. Because freelancing के बारे में तो मैंने बोल दिया, but if you don't know exactly how you can proceed your freelancing career or what kind of skills you want to discover, otherwise that will be a big trouble. You can't just go blindly and explore freelancing. You need to know what kind of skills you have. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to give you all these things. So take a screenshot again if you want. I don't want to force you. Just take a screenshot so that you get to know exactly what are the things. So basically, you need to fill all the circles. Okay, देखना नहीं है, circle fill करके देखना exactly where your interest है and how you can make money out of it. Vision is very, very important. Long-term vision is very, very important. And if you don't, still you get a lot of things like 3-4 options out there. So give 3 months ka practice, like 3 months or 2 months ka you give time and you focus on a particular skill and see how it's going. And similarly, आगे आगे करते रहो, like 2 महीने एक skill को दो, 2 महीने एक skill को, and see where you are the best, like where your best version is coming up. So focus on that and work on it. Or else you can 2 or 3 skills भी manage कर सकते हो. It all depends how your time and skills are. So time and skills are super important. You can manage all these things because I focus on personal branding. I also mentor startups in their ideation plan. So I'm doing all these things. So yeah, that's the thing. Great guys, great. इस बार बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. Anyway, I got the reply. Next slide. Next slide, guys. Awesome. So here I want to talk about influencer, the influence marketing global spending. So as you can see, in 2015 it was 300 million, and in 2020 the spend is between 5 billion to 10 billion, because now brands like to collaborate. So here the collaboration comes into picture. Do you know in Reliance right now, Reliance Jio mein, Google and Facebook are the biggest competitors, but still they have invested in Reliance Jio because they find the profit. They find that this company has a potential to dominate the industry when it comes to digitalization in India. Okay, so that's why collaboration is important, and influencing marketing is somewhere where you see there are people who are into personal branding and they get paid out of it. So basically, I'm doing what I love, and they are giving me the free products to do all these things, guys. Okay, so that's how it goes. Because here, even I got tons of collaboration when it comes to all these things. So once you start freelancing, once you start into personal branding, once you get into personal branding and freelancing, you get all these things. Because freelancing तो एक factor है, but when you focus on personal branding, freelancing के options मिलते हैं तुम्हें, collaborations के options भी मिलते हैं. Initially, maybe when it comes to collaboration, you have to approach few people. Like 100 लोग को approach करोगे या 50 लोग को approach करोगे, 2-3 लोग हाँ बोलते हैं. But also your professionality and the way you approach that matters. So make sure you have a good networking skill or communication skill. So that's how you'll be able to do it. And make sure you also showcase your work. Exactly, you can't directly go and ask them. You know, yeah, I'm more than happy to collaborate. So that's why it is super important, guys, to showcase your talent. Once they get to know your talent, then they will be more than happy to collaborate. So your work is important. So content is the king. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, your content is the super king or kingdom, whatever you want to say. Okay, following somewhere, it doesn't matter initially. So don't focus on following. Eventually, it will grow once you are consistent. Let me give you my example. On LinkedIn, between this 6 months, जो मैंने बताया था, it is a professional network. Basically, there's Instagram, Facebook, and वैसे LinkedIn is a professional network where people are basically into corporates and all that stuff. So वहाँ पे वो लोग रहते हैं, ठीक है? Corporate people, even you guys can join. Anyone can join. Students can join. They get internship. They get jobs from there. They build their personal branding over there, and you can have the mentors, etc. From there, between the 6 months during this pandemic, from 1,500 connections to 25,000 followers till now. So during this pandemic, 1,500 connections है, अब मेरे पास 25,000 followers. There are 25,000 people who are following me right now on LinkedIn. So I was able to leverage it because I was consistent when it comes to all these things. Because I was consistent when it comes to learning, giving back to the community. So from there I started, and I got inbound leads as in you don't have to approach, they will approach you. Automatically they will come and they will tell you they want to collaborate or they want to work or they want to seek your advice. So basically consulting all XYZ. So why I'm talking about my journey, so that you can exactly see how I started. 1,500 connection was like that was back in later, but then from there to there, 25,000 followers. So that's how I was able to scale, because every day I put my content. So that's why I have this kind of following. That's why I focus on giving back to the community. Once you start sharing your knowledge, people will understand your capability. So that's why it is very, very important. Next slide. So power of personal branding. Again, why you want to focus on personal branding? Again, I'm telling you why, because this is the reason, guys. As you can see the statistics, 84% of CMOs believe marketing is critical in their future success. Okay, believe that influence marketing. Influence marketing is where you start with the personal branding. CMOs वो होते हैं जो COOs के नीचे आते हैं. Almost CMOs के third रो पे आते हैं. COOs and CMOs. So all these things they are top chief executive. They are into these roles. So as you can see, other stats are there. I don't want to bore you again and again. So you can just have a look, and then I can proceed. Because why I'm telling you this, because we have this kind of a potential, and let me tell you guys, 60% of people only in India have the internet facilities. बाकी 40 to 50% लोगों के पास नहीं है अभी भी. So if you start initially also, you can do wonders. Because you just have to be smart and you have to understand the algorithm of social media. So once you understand the algorithm of social media, once you know what kind of hashtags you want to use on Instagram, Facebook, or when it comes to LinkedIn, you will get to know how you can scale it very smartly with putting your 50% of less efforts. Okay, so that's why all these things are important. Next slide. So a pretty good example when it comes to Warren Buffett, as you can see. So basically what he does, there are hundreds of people who, so what motivates you to be a freelancer? Yes, I will let you know in the comment. I will let you know once the session is like, we'll have a Q&A session, don't worry. So there I'll talk about all these things. So when it comes to Warren Buffett, he is pretty smart when it comes to marketing his own product or own things. So what he does, he go in the interviews, XYZ, whenever you can see what majority of interviews where he sits and he grabs the bottle can. Okay, my pass bottle hai, but he has a can. So basically he always takes his can of Coca-Cola because he has a majority of shares, like worth of 18.35 billion shares on Coca-Cola. So wherever he go, he smartly advertises. He don't spend much on Coca. Obviously, Coca-Cola ka advertisements hota hai, but what he does with the help of personal branding, he advertises product. Whenever he goes for an interview, whenever he goes anywhere, because everyone he knows media is going to capture his photo, right? So हमेशा वो बंदा Coca-Cola लेके पकड़ता है. So whenever he drinks, people capture it. So next day, again, as you can see, on newspaper, the photos is there. Coca-Cola का publicity automatically हो जाता है. So this is a smart way to do that, and Warren Buffett is a pretty good, great example. After Gary Vaynerchuk, I'll say Warren Buffett is a pretty good. Both. Warren Buffett is a pretty good example when it comes to all these things. But I'm just giving a example so that you can understand the power of personal branding and how these billionaires are using it. Okay, next slide. So here are few things which you need to notice, okay, when it comes to all these things. So define a bold, unique, and clear message with which sticks with you, your vision. Market your customers, not your industrial colleagues. As in, don't market your stuff who don't want to buy. Basically, don't market with your on your don't force your family and friends to buy a product. Focus on those people who love your product. Focus on those kind of people who would like to buy. So focus on them, not on your friends and family, because usually people sell their products to their friends and family, which is not applicable if they don't if they are not interested. So make sure you have the fixed target audience of age group like 18 to 24. 18 से 30 35 होना, ये 20-30 साल का टारगेट ऑडियंस मत रखना इनिशियली. 4 to 5 years का टारगेट सेगमेंट रखो, या 3 से 4, 18 to 22, 22 to 26, 27 to 20, where your 70 to 80% of target audience are interested to buy your business, where your target audience is interested to buy your whatever you are offering, like whether it's freelancing, whether it's your personal branding, anything. So पहले तुम्हें उन चीजों पे फोकस करना है जहाँ पे 60 to 70% people are interested on that age group. ठीक है, focus on that. Embrace your YouTube, LinkedIn videos, etc. to drive the result. Basically, make your social media as your marketing channels, okay? Because that is free of cost and you can do this if you do it smartly with the help of collaboration and everything. So market it very clearly, as I said. So yeah, coming to the next slide. Proceeding to the next slide. So post evergreen content. It is very, very important so that you audience feel the connect and you share the value. Collaboration is very, very important, guys. Collaboration is super important. As giving you an example, giving you a small example, as Thakur College right now, you guys have collaborated with me. So this is a part of a collaboration where I'm talking about all this thing and where you're getting seeking on all. And so, yeah. So that's how collaboration comes into the picture. So collaboration is basically where you collaborate with people and where you have a mutual benefits. Okay, if I talk about any digital marketing people who are selling the course, digital marketing वाले लोग जो course sell करे, but their target audience have like 18 to 24. Same IT, CS and Python वालों का भी होगा जो programming वाले courses sell कर रहे हैं. Okay, so these guys have same target audience. Now they can collaborate. IT वाला digital marketing से collaborate कर सकता है, digital marketing IT वाले से collaborate कर सकता है. Suppose I am a digital marketer and these guys are coming to buy my course. So I'll tell कि if you want to get into IT course, you can recommend. So you recommend their product and you charge commission out of it. So अगर उन्होंने IT के courses कुछ भी buy किए तुमसे, so you get commission out of it, like 10-20% depending upon the product which you are selling. Okay, for on behalf of their business. So basically, here you expand your channels. Here you expand your channel, and your competition is not there. Okay, दोनों का same age group है, but competition is not there. Okay, so that's how think smartly, because collaboration is pretty good when it comes to scaling our personal brand. That's what I did when it comes to my personal talk show, Ignition Talk, which I'm going to talk about later, where I've invited TEDx speakers, international speakers, Forbes Asia 30 and 30 entrepreneurs. So all these guys, I have collaborated with them, and they didn't charge me anything because I was doing for a student community, just like for your age group only, where I belong as well. So yeah, so I was doing all these things for free of cost, and that's how it is. So collaboration is pretty much important when it comes to all this thing. Educate your audience. Again, important point which I've already told. Organic platform. Focus on organic platform, which is super, super important, guys. LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram has only 1% of organic reach. When it comes to LinkedIn, it has at least 70 to 80% of organic reach, because let me tell you, Instagram, Facebook पे सब कोई post करता है, और LinkedIn only 5% of people are posting. 100 में से 5 लोग post कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? So that's why if you are on LinkedIn, trust me, you will be able to scale your personal brand very smartly. Still, if you feel your target audience is on Instagram, then focus on Reels, because Reels has a pretty good organic reach. It is visible to lot more people, because Reels is something which is a new feature. Let me tell you, any social media which launches a new feature, they focus on that. So basically, they give the boost to that particular feature. So that's why LinkedIn right now Instagram is giving boost to reels. So that's why you will see tons of reel content because the reach is pretty good. So yeah, that's it. Second slide. I mean next slide. So I'm talking about personal LinkedIn because you need to understand if you're not LinkedIn, you are missing a lot of value. Trust me, you can connect with a lot of people. I've connected with VP of Vodafone Idea. I've connected with Operation Head of TCS Mexico, GM of TCS, CGM of SBI, uh, CGM of SBI, COO and President of SBI Foundation, and world record holder, Forbes Asia 30 under 30, TEDx speakers, international speakers. All these people were I connected with them on LinkedIn, and that's how they were able to come. I was able to convince them to come on board for my talk show. So that's why it is important. वहाँ पे people are very very like-minded. Whether they have 30,000 followers, 40, 50,000 followers, they will reply to your comment. I mean, they will reply to you on the personal chat if your chat makes sense to them. Okay, so make sure you don't talk shit. You talk about all these things which will basically where your interest lies. Interest lies as in terms of seeking advice or in terms of thing. So LinkedIn community is pretty much like-minded where people basically help each other to grow. Scams are always there, but बहुत कम scams है. Mostly everyone is like-minded. Everyone wants to grow, and these industrial guys also helps you. Okay, so all these things are there. So I've already given the statistical proof. If you're into B2B, business to business, if you want to approach any business, LinkedIn is the best way to do that. Next slide. So why you should focus on LinkedIn? Most Fortune 500 decision maker companies and people are there, and all these things are following now. For startups are even following all this Fortune 500, and they are also active on LinkedIn. 80% of B2B leads come from LinkedIn. Whether if you're talking about uh, if you're doing freelancing and if you want to sell anything to any business, okay. So LinkedIn is a pretty good way to do that. Or whether you are selling anything to your customers or B2C, business to consumers or customers, whatever you want to say. So all these things are very very important when it comes to LinkedIn because it has a pretty good organic reach. मैंने जैसे कि बोला 5% लोग दिख रहे हैं, so जिसलिए ज़्यादा content highlight होता है, so you will be able to scale your brand very very smartly. I can trust me, I can guide you in all these things, but it will be very brief. If you want, you can connect me on Instagram or LinkedIn. LinkedIn पे थोड़ा late reply कर सकते because what happens, I have 25,000 followers. There are every day I have 50 messages to reply. So sometimes I get late, but on Instagram definitely I can reply you much more in faster way. So yeah, as you can see, 67 monthly users, 67.5 million monthly users are there. Influencers, there are tons of people are there. So if you haven't tried LinkedIn, just go and search on YouTube, or if you want, you can connect with on Instagram. I'll tell you how you can proceed with your profile. Next slide. So organization goal of B2B content marketing. Okay, when it comes to freelancing, personal branding, or anything. So brand awareness, lead generation, and engagement, all these things are equally important. So all this huge B2B, I mean MNCs, top-notch MNCs are focusing on brand awareness. Okay, why Apple is so famous? Why Google is famous? Because of their brand awareness, because of their brand credibility. आग बंद करके कल को कोई एप्पल प्रोडक्ट निकालेगा, if you have a budget you will buy it. आग बंद करके कोई गूगल का प्रोडक्ट निकालेगा, if you have a budget you are going to buy it, because these people sell the emotions. These have this legit brand awareness. That's why people are more inclined to buy all these things. Okay, अगर मैं BMW बोलूं, Lamborghini बोलूं या Mercedes बोलूं, why you want to buy this? Because it has a brand credibility. Okay, so that's why people will be more than happy to buy all these things. Are you getting my point, guys? Just let me know in the comments. Just type bingo again. Awesome, Yash. Great. Yeah. Oh, awesome, Manav. Great. So why I want to focus on this, because freelancing एक तरीका है, but if you focus on personal branding, trust me, you can align those things. You can very smartly, you can emphasize on your personal branding, and from there you can scale your freelancing career. Branding में भी तुम जा सकते हो, where collaborations happen, where you will be also act as an influencer. Okay, so all these things are very very important. it is a very smart way to scale your freelancing. Obviously, skills पे कितना ध्यान दोगे तुम लोग, right? Skills पे कितना ध्यान दोगे? Trust me, I can't. Not every time I'm able to talk six. What I do, 60 to 40, 60-40 rule I apply. 60% where I talk about my work stuff, and 40% is like personal stories where I talk about myself, like about my journey, about story. Because personal connection is also important, right? Because if I talk too much formally, you won't be able to understand everything. So personal touch is required, which I'm going to talk in a later session. Like abhi main bataunga what I'm going to talk about, like about myself. I'm going to talk about on my few slides. So personal touch is important because when you have this personal connect, you relate with the person. Once you relate with the person, you feel comfortable. So you basically you ask for the advice or you take their services. So इसलिए personal branding is important. थक जाओगे skills पे काम करते करते, that is good, but advertising it with the help of personal branding, and when people start appreciating you, trust me, it is a gift, and from there you will be able to boost more of these things. So it's a very smart way to build your personal brand as well as your freelancing. So when you have this freelancing, you can go anywhere. Okay, I don't read. Basically, I am not a book reader, but I am pretty good when it comes to educating anything. When it comes to everything, I'm able to analyze pretty much when it comes to product and all these things. So that's why I got the collaboration for book as well. So I'm going to read, I'm going to talk about it, or whether it's different collaborations are always there. So you can follow my Instagram or you can follow my LinkedIn to know about all these things. I don't want to brag about it. Next slide. So yeah, YouTube is again a pretty good thing because, as I told you, think smartly. 60% of people still have internet access. So from 60%, hardly 10 or 20% of people who are consistent making videos. Okay, 30-40% लोगों के पास अभी भी YouTube internet facilities नहीं है. They are not on YouTube. Still, in the entire world, we rank second for the YouTube. Like we are the people, we are the citizens who use the YouTube. US के बाद, we are the second most highest people who are on YouTube or who use Google so much. Okay, so obviously when it comes to all those 30-40%, जब वो आएंगे तो हम almost first पे आएंगे. ठीक है? So that's why it is very very important to understand all these statistics and act accordingly. Now if I tell you 60% only India की 60% population लोग यहाँ पे हैं, ठीक है, and इसमें से 10% लोग consistent है अपने YouTube पे and they have a pretty good following. ठीक है? And my second point is that all these things are why important, because you can start your own. You can start your own things. If you're not comfortable, start with your Instagram reels, or because 15-30 seconds का video बना सकते हो. If you वहाँ से following track करके YouTube पे भेजो. So this is a very smart way to do it. Because if I talk about TikTok, okay, I'll talk later on my latest slide. So all these things is very important because from there you start increasing your personal branding. From there you will be able to get more audience for your own product or whatever you are selling. So that's why it is very very important when it comes to all these things. For 30-40% के पास अभी भी internet facilities नहीं है, and still in the entire world we are ranking top second when it comes to watching YouTube or consuming YouTube content. So see how you can scale it smartly on YouTube as well. Second, next slide. So yeah, there I want to talk about myself as well. So as I told you, when it comes to personal branding, so you have to give your personal touch. So talking about my story, so basically I did a 100 Santas project where it was in Mumbai. I did the social work because I'm pretty much inclined towards social initiative. Contributing towards society is very very important. That's what I feel. So 100 Santas project was like I was a core member in this. So basically there were 100 people and we distributed 10,000 gifts to unprivileged kids in the entire Mumbai. So like 100 Santas, every Santa Claus will have 100 gifts. So I was one of the Santas who had 100 gifts, and there are, as you can see, there are people who are standing behind me, and they were also Santas. So सबको 100 gifts मिले, and everyone first we gathered at Carter's Road, and from there we segregated because obviously 10,000 unprivileged, we are not going to get in one region of Mumbai. That's why we split it, and we went to different places to distribute all these gifts to unprivileged kids. So just giving you an example about how you can narrate your story, or this is something where I want you to connect, or I want you to start doing something for society as well. Next slide. As you can see, there is a very famous viral content which is happening, Baba Ka Dhaba. If you have heard, in Delhi it's happening. Next slide. So support, yeah, Baba Ka Dhaba around you. So yeah, TEDx event. So basically, I told you, right, I'm a TEDx co-organizer. So this was a one only I had only 2 photos. This is one thing where I'm gossiping with my entire team, not entire team, my team, where we were organizing a event, TEDx event. You can search if you don't know. So basically, it is associated with actually if you have known, Shah Rukh Khan TED host करता था Star Plus पे. So TEDx is also a part of it. So where we hosted this at TEDx Juhu. So we did it independently, and this is where this is my second, only one photo where they clicked, and I was gossiping with my team. So this was like early back last year ही मैंने किया था when I was in college. But college के बाहर, college के साथ नहीं, college के बाहर किया था, TEDx जुहू के लिए किया था. So we were doing this independently. Next slide. So yeah, again in 2019, basically I'm not into cooking and stuff. I don't know how to bake. So if you are into baking, just help me. Because here, what I'll tell you. So we did a fundraising event with UNI. My friends were there at UNI. So can you just zoom the image? That will be great. So here, what we did is basically we went to corporate and we sell all those bunch of cookies. So as you can see, I've portrayed the caption, ended 2020 by contributing to a social cause, where a bunch of amateur cooking people who managed the entire event within 2 days. Within 2 days, we cooked we baked the cookies. So for me, this was the first time. Okay, for me, this was the first time that I was doing some baking kind of stuff, because मेरे cooking के skills के ऊपर मुझे बिल्कुल भी भरोसा नहीं. I'm worst at cooking. I want to start. I want to do this, but quarantine के time पे मैंने किया ही नहीं. So this was the first time when I baked cooking, and मतलब ये cookies वगैरह बनाए. Oreo truffle was there. Different type of cooking baking stuff was there, and we sell all these things to corporates, and from there we were able to manage the fundraising. So basically, this was a fundraising event. Next slide. So giving you just my personal touch so that you get to know about all these things. So Harvard conference, ये 2020 में हुआ था. So 2020 के first week में हुआ था. So where I was able to understand the part of networking. Once you start networking, once you start meeting like-minded community, trust me, it will help you. It will be very wonderful opportunity to meet all these people. Why? Let me tell you. Because like-minded people should be there around you. If you are surrounded with the negative people, trust me, you won't be do anything. So meeting with diverse community, networking with the right people, with right set of people is very important, because they give you the broad perspective. Okay? So that's why when I was at Harvard conference, I networked with tons of people जिन्होंने काफी कुछ अपने लाइफ में अचीव किया, and from there I got the broad perspective. Yeah, this is the thing which I have to do. This is the thing which I have to. So that's why after this Harvard conference, I get to know that networking is so important. Okay, so you don't have to go physically, virtually में LinkedIn से network कर सकते हो. LinkedIn से you can meet, you can do lot of you can do tons of you can meet tons of people. You can seek their advices. I don't know how Instagram works, because Instagram पे मैंने कभी networking इतना नहीं किया, and Instagram I joined back in this January only. Okay. So I share my personal journey on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and professional networker. If you want to talk, if you want to know about the professional journey, then mostly it is on LinkedIn, 60-40%. So that's why I'm focusing, because मैंने बहुत ये late realize किया the power of networking. So I don't want you guys to miss this out. As I told you, suppose if a guy is selling CSID course and you are into digital marketing, go and collaborate with them. Suppose if a guy is selling digital marketing का कुछ agency है, and you are making a website, go and collaborate with them. So that's how you will be able to exchange your service. So उनके clients, if they want, they will refer you. अगर तुम्हारे clients तुम्हें कुछ आ रहे हैं ऐसे, तो you refer them. So it's a win-win situation. So you have to think smartly. If you want to scale your freelancing career, personal branding, anything. So networking plays a very, very important role. Next slide. So yeah, again, this is the last one. My first ice breaking session with the kids. So it happened during the Valentine's Day. As you can see, I have written this caption. This is how I celebrate my Valentine's Day. Can you just zoom the picture? So ice breaking session is like ये मेरा first session था बच्चों के साथ. I was teaching them the leadership and event management. So there I gave them activity with tons of balloons to do some kind of activities. So yeah, this was the first time when I met them, and it happened during the Valentine Day. So I was just single. So I'm still single. So yeah, so basically that's why I was able to, I just wanted to show off that I'm doing all these things. So yeah, it was a very once you start giving back, you will see you will be able to improvise tons of things in yourself as well. So that's why I talk about contribute towards social initiative. That's why it is very important. You see the happiness of the kids. This is what amplifies my positivity. This is what motivates me to give back to the society and to talk about and to share my knowledge to help the community. So that's what I'm doing, and I will recommend you to do the same thing. Next slide. Okay, enough about me. So again, back to the business. Strong brand versus weak brand. So just can you zoom it? Yeah. So you guys can take a screenshot. Can you zoom more? No, okay, fine, it's fine. Anyway, so strong brand versus weak brand. You need to understand so that you don't do all this thing. Low awareness, strategic mismatch, weak message, generic image. You have to build a unique identity, right? So your image or vision should be very proper and very, very accurate. Don't overthink. Maybe it can be changed, but initially make sure you follow some kind of influencers who are already doing all these things. So see how you can do the best things. Like if I talk about marketing, right? And there are top 5 people who are already into marketing. So I follow them. Okay. So I see how I can do better than them. So that's how you will be able to enhance your personal branding, or you will be able to do all this kind of freelancing stuff. So that's why personal branding is connected with freelancing. I'm talking about this unique concept, which is nobody's going to talk about all these things, because personal branding somewhere is connected to freelancing, connected to your business plan. So that's why building strong brand is important. So make sure you, this is a don'ts and do kind of a thing, where you need to take care of high awareness, strategic and alignment. All these things are very, very important. Can you scroll down? Just take a screenshot. It's gonna help you to know exactly how you want to proceed it. So loyal customers, how you're gonna do this when you overcome it. Okay. So if I talk about anything, you're talking about just commit less and do more. That's how it works. So that's how you'll be able to build the loyalty. Okay. Give back to the community. That's very important. How I was able to scale my LinkedIn from 1,500 followers to 25,000 followers during this, because I give value. I give tons of value to my audience. That's why they were more than happy to follow me. So that is one thing which I just wanted to give you an clarity on this. Next slide. So brand can be broken down into 3 phases: brand strategy, brand identity, brand marketing. And what else you want to add in this? Come on, guys. I need a solid interaction. इतना बता दिया ब्रांड्स के बारे में, अब तो बताओ कुछ. Guys, are you alive? Anyone? Brand strategy, brand identity, brand marketing. What else? What else? Brand team. Okay, awesome. Team is super important. Trust me. Team is super important. Crazy. I have less charging. Charging खत्म होने वाला है. Yeah, brand can be broken down into 3 phases, as I said. All these things are important. Yeah, proceeding to the next slide. I don't know. I guess we're already extending this thing. Next slide. So in 2020, the amplification of your brand image can be done into all these things. So all these things are very, very important element when it comes to all this thing, because these are the 4 to 5 things where you can focus, okay, in your website, SEO and content marketing. So these are the 4 or 5 elements on which you need to focus as soon as possible when you start these things. Okay, so these are things which are very, very much in demand when it comes to scaling your freelancing, scaling your personal branding, XYZ. Next slide. Guys, just give me a sec. My phone charging is down. So as just read this code, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, guys, I'm back. Just charging के issue है. So इस वजह से I took a break. So as you can see, the founder of Amazon says that your brand is what other people say about you, and when you are not in the room. So that's why creating value is important. That's what I'm telling you. Your brand is your reputation. Okay, so make sure you understand this thing. Anyway, there are only people who haters are always are going to be there, but you have to focus on the majority of part who love your credibility, who love the way you talk about it. So that's why it is important to create that kind of a value. Next slide. Improve your concept of analyzing. So this is the SWOT analysis. Again, you can take a screenshot because this will able to help you to start your business. If you want to start with your freelancing, trust me, it's gonna work. This things just give me a sec. मैं charge हो रहा है कि नहीं पता देखिए. हाँ. So why SWOT analysis? Because all these things will tell you where your weakness lies, where your strength lies, what kind of opportunities you can use, what are the threats. So SWOT analysis is super important. So this concept is equally important when it comes to your starting your own business, starting a freelancing career. So all these things are important. Make sure you take a screenshot and let me know once you're done with the screenshot. Or do you want me to zoom? Just let me know. I guess it is visible, clearly visible. To take the screenshot, or if you want to proceed, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments. I know there are. This thing is extending. तुम लोग last 2 घंटे से I understand यहाँ पे. So just let me know. Just type bingo in the comments, guys. Again, I know you are low in the on the energy. Great. Thank you so much for showing this kind of energy till now as well. Because 2 घंटा 3 घंटा already तुमने दे दिया. 4 बजे से बैठे हो. I know it's like 2.30 hours. Next slide. So this is a checklist again of your business if you want to start your own business. पहले वो questions करो. Questions से देखो कि कहाँ तुम्हारा interest lie होता है. How you can strong your foundation, because making sure that your foundation is super strong. That's why I'm focusing on SWOT analysis, and this is a start checklist for business. If you're starting your own business, freelancing, anything, this checklist is gonna help you. So once you take the screenshot, just do let me know again. I know I'm telling you to take tons of screenshots, but trust me, when you start all these things, when you start implementing all these things, this will help you a lot. This will save your time a lot, and this will tell you exactly where you need to focus, where you need to do the grounding, where you need to focus. So let me know once you are done with this. Just type bingo in the comments. Again, I don't have to tell this, right? Awesome, Richa. Awesome. I guess you are a very enthusiastic person. Bingo. Great, Prerna. Great, Nikhil. Great. Om, great. Next slide. So TikTok versus Instagram versus Snapchat. Anyway, TikTok doesn't exist now, but Instagram have scaled pretty much good. Snapchat is now, it's like a flop. Why TikTok was scaling from 2016? Because it has a pretty good organic reach. So 100% was organic. So if you shoot any video, giving you an example, अगर तुम 50 content Instagram पे डालते हो, video content, 50 content same TikTok पे डालते हो, if you are able to get 1,000 following, TikTok पे तुम्हारे at least 20,000 followers हो जाएंगे तब तक. Because TikTok has an organic, it shows your content to tons of people. Instagram restrict करता है, ठीक है? TikTok was back then, but you can search for alternative platforms of TikTok that has a pretty good organic reach. Suppose if you're into dancing, if you're into any kind of a speaking, or if you love facing cameras, then start focusing on alternative of TikToks, okay? Or either leverage reels. That's why I want to focus on all this thing worldwide. Social media is that best platform to grow your personal brand, and also to focus on this thing, your personal branding. So that's why I talk about LinkedIn as well. So हम इसे 5 लोग लिखते हैं. Come on, you should go and leverage LinkedIn right now, or anything. Let me know in the on Instagram, or on LinkedIn. LinkedIn पे again I'm telling you 25,000 followers है. Maybe I'll reply less, but trust me, I'll give you my word. I'll reply you. But on Instagram, it is pretty much easier to reply you because there I don't get that messages, so वहाँ पे इतना irritation नहीं होता. Next slide. Yeah, so this is a very cool ad. Who started all this personal branding, right? So Nike started initially. Michael Jordan, जिसके अभी shoes at least 15,000 से 20,000 तक के मिलते हैं. So these guys started personal branding. So basically they collaborate. Okay, so collaboration is where I told you, right? I talk about collaboration. Trust me, I can go in depth, but इतना time नहीं है हमारे पास. So yeah. So Michael Jordan is a basketball player who was pretty famous. So in 1991, they started collaborating. All these things happen. अब इनका एक शूज 15,000 से 20,000 के बीच में जाता है. ठीक है. So initially Nike started this leveraging personal branding with the help of brand collaboration. Next slide. The year. So basically what they did, they basically made a new boot, new pair of shoes where Messi ka sign was there, and they were selling it. And trust me, this collaboration helped Adidas to sell their tons of product, specifically this particular shoes. And again, when it comes to this thing, World Cup 2015 में जब World Cup हुआ था, so at that time Lionel Messi was again a player of the year on the World Cup. ठीक है. So from there, a world record goal in a year XYZ. So they focus on their personal achievement. उसको personal achievement को with the help of this personal achievement, they came up with this smartly with a product. So this is how brands strategize the power of personal branding. So initially, I know you won't be able to collaborate with Nike, Adidas, but छोटे चीज से start कर सकते हो. There are tons of people who are micro influencers who are getting this collaboration. I got the collaboration. Even you will get the collaboration if you start focusing on all these things. That's why I talk about Ikigai, SWOT analysis, checklist, etc., etc. So that you get the clarity. Don't overthink. Please don't overthink. Just make sure you follow all the small steps. Trust me, it will help you to build your own brand. It will help you to scale your freelancing career very, very smartly. Next slide. So yeah, growth of influence marketing. As you can see, in 2014 it was very minimal, and now 2020 it is scaling absolutely on the point of 10, and it's going to scale again. I'm telling you, 30 to 40% in Indians के पास अभी भी internet facility नहीं है. So start focusing on personal branding. Trust me, you will do wonders. Content is a king. Strategize with the help of SWOT analysis, Ikigai, checklist, which I have already provided. So focus on personal branding to build your freelancing career. This is a very smart way. ठीक है. Freelancing के ऊपर बहुत लोग बोलते होंगे, but trust me, I like to conclude it with the help of with the personal branding, because I know I was benefited, so I want to share the same experience with you. So that's why I have implemented it practically. That's why I'm telling you to do all these things. Next slide. I guess we are done with this. Thanks for being a part of this. And Ignition Talk, again, I've already told you. So basically, I've invited, can you just zoom the slide? So during this pandemic, I started my own initiative, which is known as Ignition Talk. Yes, definitely, Yash, I'm going to talk about this. So basically, I started Ignition Talk where there were people who are charging tons of money for the webinar. Basically, हमारे teenagers के group के थे. In early 20s, they don't have that kind of expertise, but still they were charging to the student community. So that's why I come up with an initiative where I wanted to help the student community, and I collaborated with speakers, like international speakers, TEDx speakers, Forbes Asia 30 and 30. And I did tons of sessions so that I can help the student community. So basically, it was an Instagram live session where people used to interact directly in the comments, and we used to answer it. My speaker used to answer it, and we had this particular. So I have done this on organization, leadership growth, how to keep your passion and career entwined, importance of mental health. As you know, 2 months before Sushant Singh the case, what happened. So I understand there was a legit where I wanted to educate people on mental health, because mental health was very important, because बहुत लोग trauma से गुजर रहे थे. So next week I had this platform Ignition Talk, so that's why I collaborated with the psychologist and I arranged a 3-day workshop for mental health so that I can help the community around me. I can help the student community. So that's what I'm doing. That's what my initiative was. So this is about this thing which I started during this pandemic only. Next slide. So yeah, any question is there, do let me know. And this is again my favorite book. Looking at the opportunity like I'm gonna crush, and being ambitious is first to my nature. So yeah, this is all about me. And you can connect with me on Instagram. Screenshot ले लो. LinkedIn पे connect करना है तो type ऋषभ सिंह TEDx. Google पे type करो ऋषभ सिंह TEDx. You will get my LinkedIn का ID on the first page itself. ऋषभ सिंह TEDx. ठीक है? और ऋषभ सिंह डालोगे तभी मिल जाएगा. Instagram पे my jersey says ऋषभ. Let me type in the comments so that you will get the idea, and let me know if you have any questions. ठीक है, तब तक मैं तब तक ये टाइप कर देता हूँ. बिकॉज ऑन इंस्टाग्राम यू कैन फाइंड, ऑन लिंक्डइन यू कैन फाइंड मी इजीली, जस्ट गूगल मी. इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं अभी भी नहीं मिलने वाला गूगल के थ्रू, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम गिविंग माय आईडी.
There's one question. What are the best freelancing platform in India?
Already told in my slide if you have referred it, but ठीक है मैं फिर से बता देता हूँ. Yeah, so guys, just give me 1 sec. LinkedIn पे का तुम्हें पता चल जाएगा, डायरेक्ट गूगल पे टाइप करो मिल जाएगा. इंस्टाग्राम का मैंने इसलिए भेजा क्योंकि गूगल पे मैं इतना फेमस नहीं हूँ कि इंस्टाग्राम पे मिल जाओ तुम्हें. So that's why I have given the link and my ID in the comments. So just go and you can just follow me over there. And if you have any doubts, connect with me and just talk. Let's talk about it. If you want more depth in all these things. And regarding freelancing, may I know your name? किसने पूछा क्वेश्चन?
It is a question by a YouTube viewer. Sir, it is a question by a YouTube viewer.
So YouTube.
Jenim. Name is Jenim.
Already I've mentioned in my slide. So basically, freelancer is this freelancer, Upwork, Fiverr.com and LinkedIn. ये 4 websites है. Basically, I scale my personal brand and freelancing career on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is super engaging, and from there you get advice as well. Because बाकी सारी जगह पे तुम्हें advice नहीं मिलता किसी और से. यहाँ पे people are more than happy to address your doubts and to help you in your freelancing career as well. So that's why I'll recommend from my side. My recommendation is LinkedIn, and after that Fiverr, my Upwork, freelancer.com, and my previous slides I have mentioned. So you can just scroll the video and you'll get it. Next slide. Next question. If you have anything, just let me know. I guess there
Can a freelancer develop a consistent amount of income? As we know, the income is not floating in this department.
So that's what I tell you. You have to focus on your skills. You have to focus on maybe initially you won't be able to earn. You will be not able to earn much, but you have to be patient. Obviously, here you are talking about your freedom, not your job. Job is somewhere you are safe, where monthly you will be earning some XYZ amount. Obviously, it needs efforts, it needs work and stuff. But when it comes to your independency, once it comes to your own, when you are your own boss, it has pretty much a risk. But trust me, when you are consistent on your passion, when you are able to deliver it wisely, you will be able to do wonders when it comes to freelancing. Because as I told you, 80% corporate में almost 80 to 90% लोग खुश नहीं है. Most of the people who are into freelancing, they are very happy with their career. That's why I talk about the smart approach so that you can focus on your freelancing career. Personal branding is the thing, and XYZ, whatever I've discussed in the session. Anything else?
How is the role of communication with the client in freelancing world?
Role of communication. So basically, you need to educate in terms of you need to initially, if you are starting for the first time, then so basically what I want to recommend is you go and work for free. Okay, initially पहले 10 clients के लिए free work करो, build the portfolio where you take their feedbacks. once you have the 10 client ka feedback where they talk about whether they when they like their work, so at that time you can proceed to other people. Okay, now you have a portfolio where if somebody is asking, yeah, you talk about your work or let me know what is your work. So basically now you have a proof to back your skills. So that's why it is very, very important. And secondly, educate your audience. Don't educate your clients. Don't sell. Don't be a seller. Educate them. Talk about why it is important to use this skill in their XYZ work. Why it is important, because it will help you to scale this thing or quality of video XYZ or website, digital marketing, etc., etc. So educate the audience. That's why it is very important to educate your potential users. It will help you to stand out differently, because सब लोग बेचते हैं like pen hai, but you talk about why you need this pen, why it is important. So educate them. Education is very, very important. Giving them the reason to sell your to take your services is very, very important. Anything else?
Does India is really ready to adopt freelancing concept? Both we want to know both the prospect, like as the client and as a freelancer.
As in, I didn't get the point.
Is India ready for freelancing concept, like for the youngsters to start their freelancer as their career?
I'm still not getting the question what you're trying to say.
Okay, we'll skip that one. The next question is how a freelancer should deal with a client and convince them during a deal.
I guess I've already answered it in my last question.
Next question.
How many questions are there?
8.
Great.
What are the key skills needed to get started a newbie?
This is, as I told you, you need to focus on your purpose, where your interest lies the most. I've already given all the hacks through which you can discover your passion, and from there you start. So key skills, if I want to tell, the communication skills and networking skills and collaborations, these 3 things are very, very important. If you can communicate well, if you can network and talk about these things, as Warren Buffett says, 50. If you want to increase your value 50%, then you need to communicate, start communicating, and start talking about it. So these 2 things are very important, aligned with each other, and collaboration. Trust me, it helps you to build your business very smartly. And sometimes you get a very valuable advice from people who don't literally charge you anything and they give you advice. That's why I told you, I got tons of people who are having my back and they're giving me the advice which I need the most. So that's why I was able to enhance my personal brand in such a way that I was aware of it. Yeah. Done.
That's it. Others are covered in the topic. Over to you, Nancy.
You can close this slide. It's fine.
Okay, thank you, Rishabh. It was really good having you between us. So I would like to end the session right now. So,
Yeah, I just want to ask the audience, like, let me know your feedback, guys. How was the session?
Sure.
The comment is just type whatever you feel. Come on, guys. कुछ तो बोलो. Yeah, great. Just let me know the comments. Okay, awesome. You're welcome. Thanks, Tanu. Thanks. So yeah, finally I have a pretty good feedback. I know ये 2-2.5 घंटे थे. I wish मेरा session पहले होता, so I could have got more people to interact and I got more enthusiasm from your side as well. But it's absolutely fine. If you like the session, just go. If you're from LinkedIn or Instagram, just whatever screenshot you have, just tag me on Instagram and let me know this thing. Bingo, great. Thanks, Richa. So just just take the screenshot and tag your college and as well as me, or just tag me so that I can know whether you have enjoyed it or not. I would love to know your reviews. Okay, so just if really it has give you a different perspective or something you have learned different today, just go and just tag me in the stories. I would love to know this. Okay, so that is one thing which I would I just wanted to know from your side. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so let's conclude. So I'm honored and lucky to have the opportunity to give a vote of thanks on this special day. I would like to thank our HOD, Mr. Neerav Goda, our teacher, Mrs. Manju ma'am, and Miss Ela ma'am, and all the organizing team for all the support and motivation. Finally, I want to thank the speakers and the participants for their active participation. I would like to thank you guys again to make this event a great success. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys, for having me on board, and thanks a lot for listening me patiently for like for 1.5 or 2 hours. And yeah, great work, guys. Kudos to organizing team and the lovely audience who was interacting with me throughout the session. So let me know if I can help you with anything, or let me know if you can collaborate with in any way in terms of if you want to take any different topics you want to make me. If you want to take webinars on different topics, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to address this audience again and in any sort of way. So just wanted to give back to the community. Just wanted to help the student community. Anything is there?
Awesome, sure.
Let me
Thank you so much.
let me know.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you're welcome.